like I'm on Mars, scorching hot. Life can be hard, but it's what we do. Take it to the top. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. I've been letting my voice rest all day today. So let's hope that we are back to normal, or at least pretty close to. How you boys all doing? Welcome back to another stream. Hope y'all having a wonderful, beautiful day. Yo, yesterday we were hanging around doing our regular live stream, and my voice just started dying on me. I guess it started dying the day before, and it really went downhill pretty quickly. So today I've just spent the whole time mute, like some kind of like a monk way in the monastery, taking an oath of silence, trying to conserve as much of my voice as I can so that we may be able to run it today in the 5V5 1V1 DUELS, boys. It's not 100%, so I'll try to hold back a bit, right? I won't try to obliterate my vocal cords immediately. I'm going to conserve myself for the exciting, the amazing dueling moments where it gets so fun, and I feel like it's just the voice, and when you do it right, it just adds a little extra. It's like that brush. It's like a fine brush to a painting. Not that great, right? It's just my annoying voice, but it does get that twinge of like, ooh, excitement. Yo, Cora, my man, with a 20-month membership. Yo, can we get a hashtag Cora Zajin or Cora Jian in chat? Showing appreciation for a wonderful membership. My guy, thank you so much. My dude, I know you as 4Gore, but we'll just go with Cora because that's what I see. My man, how you doing? Mustache on point. I get golden sets. It's actually all kinds of messed up. You just can't really see the fine details because the camera is far enough away. How y'all doing? And we got Nick. We got ourselves Kren the Beautiful. We got Jimmy. We got ourselves the Weird Kid. We got ourselves James. We got ourselves Addo Poltergasm, boys. How y'all doing? Welcome back to another stream. Hope y'all having a wonderful. I don't know why, Cora, it's not showing up. What's up, brother? How you doing, my man? I see you. I don't know why my alerts ain't going off, though. I have no idea. I've just literally been waiting in silence here the whole time, waiting for the alerts. That's literally why it's all so awkward. But we got ourselves a hot coffee so we could chill for the night, warm my throat in hopes that maybe that helps things out. We got ourselves the amazing, wonderful 5V5 1V1 DUELS on the evening, boys. We got even more updates apparently for Dragonflight from the interviews that I completely missed. So I'll be working on that this evening. And I believe also this week, majority of my alts already have all their weekly stuff done. So we have a really early week this week, boys. Let me get the, where's my, okay, that's here. That's not important. That's what I need to, okay, now we're good. Sorry, it just took me a second. It showed up. Wait, oh, what did I just do? I just dragged my whole webcam. What am I doing? It showed up. Wait, no. I'm dragging everything on my screen except for the name. Oh, there we are. I don't see the alerts though. What's going on with the alerts? There's supposed to be sound and everything. It's supposed to be the whole fanfare. What happened? Yo, can we get Asher Corey in chat showing up? Appreciate for the membership, my guy, my dude. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate the support, bud. Thank you. Do you have a 5 on the horn? Aaron, let's go. Yo, hopping on that NA tonight, boys. Tonight, hopping on that NA tonight, boys. Ooh. Letting my voice rest helps a ton. Wow. My goodness. Oh, my golly. My golly gee williker, boys. What the hell? A little bit of rest helps. 5 on alliance. Let's go. Chill pills are ready to go, boys. My man is ready with them alliance, boys. He's gathered the troops together. He's banded all the forces of the alliance together in one singular core. And it's gonna take that core and slam the Hordy, boys. Let's go. Hope y'all having a wonderful. You feel like taking or healing some kids later tonight? I need some gear on the rope. Yeah, I'll be down. Are you looking for like 15s or looking for like 10s or whatever? Like to get to catch character up? Because I got a leather class I could help you with. I got a leather class I could do stuff with. I need some flux anyway, so I could probably help out. And no problem, no qualms against it. Boys, let me know. Whisper me in Real ID if you have me added or if I need to have you added on Real ID. For 5V5 1V1 DUELS, let me know. And we'll get some started. I know that Night King has me added on Real ID. I know you got 5. I don't know, do I have you added? Or maybe somebody in your group I have added? That you can pass lead to, that's fine. Like hosting the groups. But if y'all want to join in, boys, in the custom PvP, we got ourselves 5V5 1V1 groups. Oh, ready to go. This man, Bellator, my guy. I have to have you out of a Real ID, right? There's no way I don't. There's no way I don't. You're a regular. Yo, Bellator looking for 2 more Hordies and we'll be good to go, boys. Dalaran Gaming 5V5 1V1 DUELS. I love that. Except I hate my name of Dalaran Gaming there. I feel like it just puts too much attention to the gaming, the Dalaran part. But rather, I want it to be all about them 5V5 1V1 DUELS. You know what I mean? That's just me, though. That's just me, though. But I'm kind of somebody who had big old ego, and is now got like an anti-ego. Like anything that has my name in it, I'm like, no, you can remove that. It's fine. I don't need the cred. Is that the other group? I don't see any. Yo, we got Chill Pills. Got a 5-man. He is hosting the Alliance group. I'm sure CBCs will be swap ins and outs, and you might be able to join that. Or if you want to try to make a second one on the Alliance, you're more than welcome to, my guy. I hope you're having a good one. Need 2 more on the team or boys, and we're good to go for them 5V5 1V1 DUELS. What do we got over with Chill Pills? Do we have all the regular boys? Seavark, Wild Imp, all of them. Yeah, 1 more needed for the Horde. We're good to go. I've been slacking lately. Yeah, it's all good. That's not slacking. You've been working. You've been grinding IRL. You've been literally farming up renown and farming up. You've been organizing your IRL garrison. There's nothing wrong about that. You know what I mean? You can't really go raiding unless you have all your stuff organized. You know what I mean? Like, look at my bags, man. It's all a mess. My room is a bit of a mess too. So you gotta organize that once in a while. Otherwise, you can't be an effective raider, an effective PvPer, an effective somebody managing their bags. Inventory management, dude. Used to be more of a thing for like classic WoW, but now I still feel like it is. Because Battle for Backspace, bro, BFA, Battle for Backspace, man. That was patch 9.2 in particular with Najatar Mechagon. That really tested you, man. Because if you didn't have all your backspace, all your stuff settled, you had to go back and forth between the main city. And you had to make sure that you were out there slaying all the rares, looting all the chests, doing all the activities, collecting all the resources and all these useless items. They'll be useless next patch, but as of right now, they're like your best slot stuff. Trying to do everything you can in Mechagon to get that rep up and running so you can get that zap laser trinket. Remember that? Remember that thing? Whenever we were getting the laser trinkets, it was OP in PvP. That nerfed that thing pretty quickly. Had to nerf it. But it was so good at the very beginning, dude. Battle for Backspace, man. It's real. We're ready. Let's go. Yo, Bellator. Whisper me real quick which character you're on. Do I have you added or really? I have to have you added, right? Right? Whisper me real quick. Night King, whisper me as well in Real ID real quick. Do I feel like Blizzard's trying to personally solve this echo and resolve Trinket balance the wrong way? Personally, I don't think it would be better to resolve no longer makes you immune to interrupt effects. I feel like they're trying to make Wrestle Shamans more viable. In a way, yeah, but I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to find a balance for the Trinket because they might continue the Trinket to the next patch. I feel like if the Trinket was that big of an issue and we were getting rid of that Trinket by Season 3, I think Blizzard would literally just like nerf it to the ground and just leave it like that. Because some Trinkets, they're fine letting them be useless and they're just keeping them there. Like that one where you absorb shields for people and then you shoot out that malediction thingy. Like, they don't even touch it. They're like, it's useless, nobody wants it, nobody wants to play with it, we'll keep it that way. because it's going to be gone next season anyway. I think they tried to find a way to reincorporate those trinkets as part of the PvP environment because it gives casters an opportunity to get those spells off while without necessarily having to make the game tankier. I think that's what they're trying to do. FK, 1 minute, give it a sec. Oh, sound good, my guy. Greetings, everyone. Everyone, guys, what's up? Alcatrim, how you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one, my boy. Welcome, boys, to the wonderful 5V5 1V1 DUELS. Look at the streams up and running. Bellator, haven't they added me? I'm a warrior. Wait, what? Have not added you. What's your real ID, real quick? So I can get you added. Also, you're playing an Iber monk. Charisma. I like that name. Wait, that actually is such a good name. Charisma. Oh my goodness. Also, I feel I play with the rest of Shaman too for PvP. Like, I play with Tay and he plays the rest of Shambi. I get it completely. Or make it CC infect 50% a week, I guess immune to them. I feel like what they're trying to do is they're trying to break up CC, the constant CC that a melee would do against a caster. Like, imagine if a rogue pops on you, cheap shot, into a kinder shot, into a kick, into a gouge, right? And then rotate back to stunts. It can be very, very annoying as a caster, and you feel like you just can't play the game at all because they're just going to CC you. Same thing with a monk. You try to cast boopity bop with the Ring of Peace. You try to cast leg sweep. You try to cast spear hand strike. You try to cast in cap. Same thing with the Demon Hunter. You try to cast stun with the AoE. You try to cast like the spike onto the ground just to pop them, just to boop them out real quick. Then you can try to cast again, quick, consume magic. You try to cast again, that's going to be imprison, right? It's a little bit CC, and then what they're trying to do is trying to find a way to like add a trinket that might be able to break it up. That's my thought process. I don't mind the idea behind the trinket. I just don't like, they need tuning, they need to continue tuning it, and I feel like they're trying to find a way to like bring that trinket into the next expansion. The nerve above resolve, when Monker monks are pretty much unplayable until anyone will resolve. Really? Monks? Wait, can the leg sweep into the full go? Or do they need to go for the whole in-cap setup Seavark? How you doing, by the way, my guy? Hope you're having a good one. I just want to chill post the game, boys. Crush the day. Let's go, dude. Yo, Bellator, what's your real ID? I need to add you. I'm a main warrior. Hold on, do I have you added? How do I add you? What's your real ID? Or do you try to add me? You used to be able to root it, but you can't in-cap. You will be able to root now. You used to be able to root it. Now you can't in-cap unless you use your kicks. Oh, okay, you would like root it in between. So you would like leg sweep, root it to break it. Okay, I see what you mean. And in this meta, you need to save your kick. And in this meta, you need to save your kick. True, yeah, kicks are very, very important. Let's go. Night King is ready. I need to have Bellator or somebody in Bellator's group so I can add them. Okay, made my post. Huge. And I got a tweet because apparently quite a lot of you guys actually follow me on Twitter as of recently. And I got people retweeting the duels. Sorry, boys, we'll get started as soon as possible. Bellator, how do I add you? Just added you. Okay, hold on. Are you okay, Bellator? Yeah, I don't know why I never had you added. I guess I never had you added, or I had you added before and something happened. Let's just go with that. I do need to give you a note, unless I never had you added. Actually, I might have never had it. Bellator from Duels, smiley face. There we go. Whisper real quick, just so I can have you on screen. But otherwise, I should be able to cue you like this. Alrighty, invite spectator, spectator match, Night King, Bellator 5. There you are, boys. Here we are, boys. Let's go. We are here. Get the shit out of here. What kind of music is that? We need our 5V5 1V1 Duels mix, boys. We need our Duels mix tonight. Is that how we're gonna start? Just going hard? Just going hard? Nah. I like this a lot. Yeah, that's a bit of a jam. That's a bit of a bop. That's a bit of a clap. That's a bit of a... Well, I was gonna say stop, but actually don't stop. Let's get the Zulu going, boys, yeah? Let's get the Zulu, boys, yeah? Let's go, boys! I see. Alright, boys, let's go. Switch. We got ourselves first duel of the evening. Let's have some fun tonight, boys. We got Chupos over for the team one, rocking more the Frost. Ooh, I like that Lich King look. And the weapon, you got a weapon that fits with the Frosty like effect. I really wish the Frosty effect was up and down the whole blade, but it's almost mostly concentrated at the tip. I think it'll look pretty awesome when you go for Howling Blast. We got us a Seabark on the team as well as a Pandera. We got us a Lazy Cat on that team with Sensei in the back and Speed. Gonna be the first one up and about as a Subtlety Rogue versus BDK as Unholy walking it. What is that spear? What kind of a, he got himself a full green committed Mog. He's gonna go for Chain of Ice onto Speed. And Speed is gonna go for a bit of a reset. Speed is given the opportunity by the Death Knight to catch a reset versus him, but Beat, I guess he got some resources out of it. Given the Rogue an opportunity, gonna be Death Knight dropping down with an IBF out of that kidney shot, popping off all defense, empowerment. That's also gonna be him walking out of that result trinket, spawning in zombies. Wait, BTK spawning in zombies for the duel? Speed might just get surrounded by the zombies. They're slowly approaching him. He's gonna go for a Phantom Knives, try to keep the zombies at bay. He's gonna have to burn the energy just to keep him away. It's gonna go for a stab on one of the zombies. More zombies spawning in as a full army spawning in for BTK, summoning up the forces. All the zombies are walking at speed. He's gonna have to go for more AoE. Cloak of Shadows trying to deal with some of the shadow damage from the zombies, as well as the grippy hand, the A-bomb limb. The zombies are gonna coalesce around BDK as he did summon an army of the dead with the first aid really quick. And Mark Perez by the Rogue does not have a Trinket anymore. It's gonna be zombies stunning him. Trinket on Speed trying to see if he can end him. Gonna be Dark Pack for BDK, but it's gonna be only borrowing some of that health. Blind by Speed is looking for the reset. The goal should keep Speed in combat, as well as Kevin Slime, as well as a Skulker. Beat is gonna get hit with a blind, but that blind breaking away. Gonna be the Dark Pack falling off very soon. Beat is gonna have to do something about his lack of health, because Speed could really have a go. It's going to be a pet get empowered. Speed is going to have to commit some damage into that pet, maybe even stun it, as the pet is doing continuous damage. Going to be zombies spawning in from super far away. Needs to slow down Speed as best as possible. Try to go for a bit of a flash gun. Going to be potentially an intro of Speed. Try to go for a kidney shot or to Beat. Could be in trouble unless there's a pet stun. He's going to have to go for as much self-healing. Full defense is coming out with an AMS. Aegis Trinket. He's going to have to sacrifice his main pet and summon a new one. So far, Speed has had to play this very, very carefully because Beat already mounting up. Look at that man already running his season 3 gladiator mount. I'm loving how beautifully red that thing is. Quick heal for Beat. Gonna have his pet potentially stunning Speed. Gonna be a stun Speed properly with a strangulate. Summons more armies of the undead. Disarm to Beat, summoning even more zombies in. I don't know if the pets will be able to do much to Speed as he does that, taking out the DK, and the pets just disappear off screen with Big Mac gonna be up next. Trying to see if he can run over Speed like a Big Mac truck. Wait, the Big Mac kind of looks like Bellator in a way, because Bellator normally got that Castle Nathria set with them mismatching shoulders, one mythic, one PvP shoulder, which actually looks fantastic. But Big Mac looking like a injured, like a battle-hardened Fury warrior orc. He got himself like crazy glasses. He got himself tattoos, body paint. He got himself a mixture of it all with a full flush cut. Speed gonna be hit with a full fear as the Big Mac goes for a Trinket, trying to see if he might be able to capitalize the pressure onto Speed before he pops an evasion. The Big Mac is gonna have to pop very big defenses right now, getting hit with a disarm, so you might not be able to get too much healing off it for a short moment, but he did recover quite a lot of health. Gonna be Zerker Rage. Not really sure Zerker Rage does anything for you in this situation. I think everyone's used to break out of sats, isn't it? Quick charge onto Speed, trying to see if he can intercept him. Speed is going to be able to waddle away from him. Big Mac needs to go for some kind of slow onto Speed at some point. Eventually, this Rogue is going to be able to catch himself a reset, keeping away from Big Mac right out of melee range. Bladestorm, keeping him going. It's going to be a Bladestorm, followed up with a kidney shot with a full resident trick and possibly a cheap shot. It's going to be over. Speed does end up taking him out. Bellator charging out, full banner, everything going to be a Trinket as he's looking to shut down Speed right now. Quick Dragon's Roar, but Speed does look like he's going to be able to break away. It's going to be double leaper for Bellator. Does he ever get another leap available? Potentially? Does he have a leaper legendary or just barbarian talent? Looks like potentially just barbarian. No, he does have a leaper, looking to pick up the eye and try to stop Speed from getting any kind of advantage. He had himself a really good go versus Speed. Quick mark for death, kidney shot ready. No Trinket available. Belgium's gonna have to go for full defense here with enrage regeneration. The Rogue regen, quite a lot of health, just going to stealth for a moment. Gonna be the full curing burst coming out. Bellator popping out. The Aegis Trinket, which is going to help with some of that shadow damage. Technically, part of the Subtlety Rogue burst is eviscerate physical damage, but then a portion of it is going to be shadow, which is like the portion that goes right through armor. But with the Aegis Trinket, at least 50% of that shadow damage eviscerate is going to go into the Aegis. So I guess it kind of reduces the value of it. Gonna be a lead for Belcher, I think, trying to reconnect with the rogue. Shot us up with a cannon shot, no outs. And I think Speed might just have him. Speed so far taking and dismantling all of these melee boys, one after another. If all these boys are like a big old bomb, this man is a disarm unit incarnate, all by him lonesome. Alpha is gonna be up next. So IFA, it's AIPHA, but I think I'm gonna call him Alpha just because I feel like that kind of rolls off the tongue better than IFA. Unless IFA like Eiffel Tower, possibly. Gonna be a Rude onto Speed, has a mark for the ready to go. It's gonna be IFA not playing with a resolve trinket, normal trinket this time. Gonna be a Alter Time just to try to see maybe we can recover some health back. Speed did put on quite a bit of pressure into the Alter Time, but I felt looking to maybe blink towards him. Shooting power, getting some cooldowns back. Those combustion used with the Ring of Frost. Potentially could be getting some of those defensive and offensive abilities back a lot quicker. Speed getting slowed down by the images. Quick Root by IFA, dropping down Rune of Power around the corner. Able to, as long as he hovers near the Rune of Power, doesn't actually have to stand right on it. He will be able to gain the 40% damage, but benefit from it. Speed did take a bit of damn. Has some combo points he can build up off of the images of IFA. Those images will generate you quite a lot of combo points. Interrupted one of the images just now. You interrupted a Frostbolt? You didn't just do that, did you? This goober. That's why he's sitting behind pillar. He's not getting aggressive with IFA at all. He knows he doesn't have a kick. That's going to be Invis potentially for IFA. Interrupts that Invis with a kidney shot. Going for the Kyrian Burst and trying to see if he might be able to make some damage with IFA. IFA have to walk into the smoke bomb. Has the Ultra Time next to the rogue, so should be able to recover any kind of health loss here. It's going to be a bit of burst completing, continue it from Speed. Breath missing by IFA, but he's looking to stay chasing. Versus Speed blinks for quite a distance from him. I wonder if he's trying to play for like a blink defensive build. Shit to power out for IFA does get instructed on nature, allows him an extra blink. It does give him cooldown reduction. I think this man is playing the blink build. No recently got nerfed. Blink build being you basically have a short blink with a conduit and you go for the normal blink, so you also have a shorter cooldown. Blink, you also play with the blazing barrier talent where you get a blazing barrier, the fiery shield every time you blink, but also you play the conduit where every time you blink, which is short, you get also an extra shield based on your health pool. And with bigger health numbers with better PvP gear, you do get quite a bit of an absorb. And with the shift in power, the Night Fable, ooh, catches them in a fear. Oh, catches them in a breath with a Frostbolt that crit. Wait, Speed actually could be in a bit of trouble. He's not doing super good. Then a second bunch of rolling for IFA does fall off now with the stuns back to back. Going to be all the time available for IFA, and looks like Speed is going to be able to dive away. As I was trying to explain, the healing self-survivability benefit of IFA. Speed just took a bit of that damage. Did you just Frostbolt them in combustion, by the way? Does that do a lot of damage? I don't think, unless I know what ability. Wait, hold on, never mind. I was gonna say, unless I know the legendary you're running that may buff the damage of it, but no, that wouldn't work there. Gonna be IFA going for the shooting power, does get himself Fire Blast, so it's gonna be a Pyro Blast, and try to get himself some damage rolling onto Speed. That's gonna be Phoenix Face to follow. Mastery build up quite a bit of damage. That's gonna be Sipping Up for Speed. I think also the Kyrian Sipping Up potentially does get himself a lot of recovery. It looks like maybe there was a Kyrian Sipper right here, because he is continuing just to get a little bit of health here and there. 90% dampener. We're actually 8 minutes into the duel. I never even realized it. But we are quite a bit into the duel. Cheap shot onto IFA. Speed looking for a clean reset, clean getaway. This rogue not letting these boys catch him whatsoever. Trying to stay a step ahead of him as best as possible. And Speed does dive into stealth, does have a shield, allowing him to catch more of a cleaner reset, even with the mastery burning and singeing him up. IFA picking up, or looking to pick up the ice, standing right next to it. Speed is going to go for that Shadow Star. Quick Root onto Speed. Does break out of it with a sprint. That's going to be IFA going in for full combustion. It's going to be big damage on Speed. Let's go for a cheap shot. He knows this all the time. He won't be able to take down IFA unless he just commits damage. It's going to be IFA. Does get himself all the health back, and it's going to be a blind by Speed. I think Speed was trying to see if he might be able to burn the damage through past that all the time and proc out that Cauterize. Couldn't quite do it. Very, very close though. Very close. GT was the best coming for Fury Warrior. Neck reward is insanely good. Kyrian is also very fine. But have you seen in these duels people play Knife, people play Venti or two? I think Kyrian and Neck Lord are probably top. I think Neck Lord is the most popular one right now. But it depends. Do you need the root or do you need more Amy? It all depends. How you doing? What's up, Loki? How you doing, man? Doing fantastic. How about you, my guy? How do I sound? Yesterday my voice was shot completely. Hopefully today's a little better. Quick breath by Alpha, Trinket out of speed. It's going to be a Trinket aggressive 5 as he's trying to walk away from the Resonator Trinket. Unless you auto times back into Resonator, you should be okay. It's going to let the auto time build up and give him as much health as possible. He's actually going to get a lot of healing value out of it. Got himself a Blazing Barrier back up. The speed is continuing to burn damage with the Blazing Barrier, taking a bit of damage from that shield. And Ifa does go for a quick poly, does get himself that shield back to back on point. It's going to be also freeze onto speed, has to have a go here. Speed is going to get frozen for a bit, slowed down for quite a while. It's going to try to go for Shadow Melt. Looks like it's going to be Ifa continue to blast him out of blast. Fire blast, Phoenix Flames, fire blast and everything. Just throwing literally everything at the boy. But so far speed has been very, very survivable. It's going to disrupt Ifa's ability of being able to catch a little bit of food. Quick interrupt on the fire, Nova onto speed is going to be separated away from Ifa. Could potentially go for something here. Going to be a possible to slow speed down considerably as Ifa is going to go for a polymorph. Maybe instead just trying to make a big combustion work. If Ifa is expecting a blink or shadow step out of speed, then I don't really know what they can really do here. Try to go for Fireball, going to be kidney shot. Blink out of away from speed. Smoke bomb down. As it's going to be full combustion rolling in. Ifa does not want to walk towards speed. It's going to do as much AoE damage to him as possible. Fire blast flying. The speed is in trouble. It's going to go for a vanish. Going to be a flame strike next to him, but not quite on him. Speed is still burning with a bit of that mastery damage. It's going to get him out of self for a second. Ifa was not fast enough to catch a fire blast on the speed. It's going to Nova him out in the open. Speed goes for a sipping cup from the Kyrian. It's going to be able to get quite a bit of recovery from it. Shadow strike on Ifa does dodge the shadow, the breath, the dragon's breath by blinking. By Shadow striking behind him. Iva does not have ultra time here. My dad's under Ice Block, and it's going to be Cauterbites with an Ice Block on top of it. Speed is just trying to pull in the most amount of damage on Iva with a blind to follow. Iva does get images for this, but images don't get aggressive with speed at all. And now the mage is out in the open, has a blink. So speed knows he could maybe get a blink out of the guy. He knows he gotta wait until the man blinks, then go for a kidney shot. Cheap shot, Ifa blinks out of it. Potentially could be a kidney shot out of speed. Quick breath onto the rogue with the polymorph as well. Ifa looking for the recovery. Nova, the speed went for immediate Trinket as he got hit with the poly. Rune powers up. Ifa looking to maybe get some damage in speed with the Cloak of Shadows. Just looking to end the mage. Mage blinks away with a shift in power. Does try to recuperate defenses. That's gonna be combustion back up. Maybe he can surprise speed with a fast combustion. We are 11 minutes, actually almost 12 minutes into the duel. And it's gonna be a full kidney shot by the rogue. Kyrian burst coming out. Going to be Resonator, forcing out Trinket out of Ifa. Another cheap shot to follow. Big damage back to back. It's going to be a blink for Ifa. Does get himself a shield back up. Polymorph onto speed. It's going to get himself a fresh new shield, but it is high dampening. That shield at 42% is just not really looking all that healthy anymore. Speed getting repolyed back again. Ifa has another go with combustion. He used to find a way to have a go. And speed is going to go for a quick stealth. Actually gets found out with a flame strike. It's going to be a Phoenix Flame, but Ifa is not blinking to get more aggressive. Just picking up the eye versus speed. This is her opportunity for a go. Sending out a Phoenix Flame, maybe a Fire Blast to follow. Potentially is going to be a Flame Strike around the corner instead. And Speed is just looking for a complete reset. Maybe Ifa could pick up the other set of eyes, potentially. Speed is still burning as he's walking towards Ifa. It's going to catch him in a kidney shot. Going to be a quick blink for Ifa. Dropping down a root as well as a blink on top of it. And it's going to be a Ring of Frost to follow. It's going to be Shadow Step for Speed. Does get him with a breath though. Iva looking for a Frostbolt. That's going to be another Shadow Strike and Shadow Step potentially for Speed. Is he out of mobility or does he have still mobility? Going to be, what is that range intro by the way? That looked like it was a kick from a while away. That was like 10-yard kick or something. Another Shadow Strike by Speed. I think it was a vanish that time. Just trying to see if he can end this mage. He just needs one more global. Iva's going to be down for the count of Speed. Does end up taking him out with Kevin Landers. Kevin is the last one left. Kevin, you got this, Kevin. I believe in you, Kevin. Speed going for a quick blind. Kevin chooses to Trinket out of it. Might be put himself in a bad situation. Going to be a kidney shot as the rogue is just looking for a full reset. Cloak of Shadows as Kevin is looking to end them right now. Can he catch up to him? Speed has just got himself Cloak of Shadows. Needs himself a reset. If he gets hit one more time, I think it's over. And now Paladin is actually building up for a full Seraphim with wings. It's going to be a Flash Cut back up. So he got himself full defenses, full offensive. Speed is just looking for a complete recovery right now. Just trying to see if he can maybe go for a complete reset. It's like to heal his dueling, lol. Yeah, I mean, it's a mage and a rogue. But that's why Blizzard's continuing to nerf survivability of mages and survivability of rogues every single little update. And I imagine there'll be even more survivability nerfs going forward because those two classes can just survive by themselves for quite a while. But when you put them together, you don't even need a healer for 2v2. That's what makes them so deadly and effective, the damage that the two bring, but also that survivability, that longevity that they bring into the arena. It's actually kind of nuts. Like a rogue, the only reason a rogue will die in arena is because they make a mistake or they choose to die. Same thing with a mage, they can really last for a while. Getting a shot onto Kevin. Bubble to follow. Hodge onto Speed. Speed does go for a Trinket. Kevin does not have the burst to follow up. And Speed is looking for yet another reset. Unless maybe Kevin drops down to Consecration, forces the Rogue into Consecration. Looks like it's not even going to happen. Kevin get hit with a sap. And the Rogue is going for yet another reset behind the pillar. This Rogue has got it for a lot of resets so far. But he is winning these games. I mean, he is dismantling the team horde little by little. All these plate classes, blasting him out. Gonna be Kevin trying to go for a setup. Not abated by the Rogue. Sees the Rogue go for an opener. Is gonna go for the Necrolord Hammer immediately. And try to see if he can slam down yet another Templars. Hand of Freedom up. Potentially Kevin could reconnect. Gonna be getting a shot. Kevin doesn't have anything here. Could potentially be the go for speed that he needs. No bubble, no bop, nothing available. Kevin might be in trouble. Nothing available. Let's maybe, oh, I was gonna say maybe Shield of Venus to the end, but this Paladin committed everything against the Rogue. Speed came out with a 1v5. Making it look way too easy, boys. Can you carry this? Sound good, my guy. Sound good, sound good. Godly. I mean, you gotta give him credit. He did pretty good. As much as people hate Rogues in PvP, you gotta give Speed a credit. He did really, really good. He played that one as well as possible. I mean, he countered everything everybody threw at him. He survived the monstrous burst of the Palette of the Warriors. He survived the long haul game against the Mage. I mean, the Rogue is a top tier PvP class for a reason, boys. Let's get another going, yeah? Let's get another duel up and running, boys. Night King, as well as Belcher. Let me know when you boys are ready. 5 still? I get you. Yeah, none of your team got to play Night King. We gotta get the rest of your team a chance to play. You can't also be Speed. Okay, how are we at? 81? How many are we at in NA today? 83. Yo, we're catching up with that EU. I think EU is way above 90 at this point. We could probably do it tonight. Hey, Dal, thank you for buying type of content for peeps like myself. This way we can look at these juggernauts up and get a base set for going for PvP. Banana Flock, by the way, yo, Banana. I love that guy. Hopefully we'll see I said Banana Flock again. I keep thinking Banwell, which is, I keep thinking of Banana Raccoon. His last name is literally Banwell. And when I see Banwell, the monk / warlock, I keep saying Ban Affleck, and I keep adding the Banana Affleck for some reason, because I keep thinking of Banana Raccoon every time. I keep making a mistake. Oh, I'm so bad. I keep just adding it. My mind sees Affleck. I keep thinking Banana Raccoon. His name is literally, last name is actually Banwell. His little last name is Banwell. He has it on Twitter. Damn it. I'm so bad at this. What's up, Chicago? Got a group running if you ever join in? Alliance or Horde? Chicago, got a group of Alliance, boys. If y'all want to join up, let's go, boys. Yeah, Belcher, let me know when you're ready. Let me know when you're ready, my guy. We are on Andy Pan's Heroic in my guild. Very casual on that and wake up hours. Let's go, Rob. That's awesome. Happy to hear that, my man. Yo, let me know how that Andy prog is going. You know what I mean? Let's go, boys. I'm on my feral. Hit it, my guy. Do your thing. Do your thing. I saved that? Yeah, I did. Let's go, boys. Okay, I'm gonna stop that. That sounds really annoying, even in my ears, and I can't even hear myself. Ooh, down, my man. What's up, Joe? My man. You're not alone, man. Banana Affleck for the win. Oh my god. At least I'm not alone, man. I don't like that guy though. I like the way he plays Warlock. I like his mog, by the way. He looks like a farmer. It looks like he's out there farming 2s and 3s all the time. I love it. But also, I love how effective he plays the Affliction Warlock. Like, watching him in tags, they play it slightly differently, but that man, dude, there's just something that's some simplicity about it. He's like really simple, simple about it. He knows when to move, he knows when to burst. It's almost like he reads the situation every single time. Where it's almost like watching tags, he doesn't really read it, he more like reacts to the situation, and he plays really well too. But it's almost like one predicts and reads it, almost like a step ahead, and the other like has a perfect counter for situations. It's so interesting to watch both of them play. Both of them are fantastic players, and neither playstyle is bad either. That's how I feel. Alrighty, switch. Sensei gonna be first up versus Big Mac. Big Mac going for the Blaze Storm as a Fist of Fury came out for Sensei, trying to parry out all these sword strikes. Big Mac is gonna see Sensei backing up out of there, leaping in after him, got the full wreck rolling in. And should be able to maybe get himself a little bit of self-heal without Zuen. Should be able to go for as much recovery. Zuen is actually doing so much damage by himself. Big Mac looking for as much health recovery. Is Big Mac gonna die to a cat? Oh no, gonna be Sensei swinging around. Looks like. Oh, that was a bit of a flag of ownership. Huh. Maybe just trying to go for a bit of a nice honor bow. Sensei just looking to charge at him, man. Sensei's starting off strong in these deals, starting off maybe a little aggro. Big Mac just trying to play a game. He ain't trying to get flagged down. What's going on? Big damage out of Medby, just going by, putting some dots into Sensei as he got himself full defensive, but this man is still melting. It's gonna be tier set out of Medby. And Sensei might just have to press a karma, does press a karma as Medby. This goes into Bear. I'm just gonna try to tank up the damage while in Bear. Sensei, does he still have bleeds on him? It's gonna be a lead by the cat, but it's gonna be a port for Sensei. Seeing that cat missile, swoop in. He ports out of there. He don't want nothing to do with that. Medby catching a quick reheal. And Sensei looking for the complete reset. Gonna be Moonfire spamming up. Medby is able to generate comp points off the Moonfire. Just leaping around the corner. Just continuing to spam up Moonfires over at Sensei, who's got himself a full flush cut. Sorry for swapping to the wrong person. I feel like I can swap it to the wrong people and it's almost like give somebody like whiplash. Sensei looking for the cat. Got himself a port. It's going to be Medby getting in the opener. Not going to have Berserk this time, but they got himself big blades, potentially big stun. No, there's going to be a Risen or a Trinket, but couldn't get a second stun following. It's going to be Lexi on Medby. Does have a Trinket for it, leaping right away. And it's going to be Barskin on top of it, trying to stay mobile away from Sensei. Sensei jumping right after him. Got himself that jab to charge over to the enemy target. There's going to be a quick clone, potentially out of Medby. Not going to be able to happen. It's going to be a flash cup to punish the monk. Oh, you chose to interrupt my cyclone? Oh, here's a quick flash cup for you, buddy. I love that. Well, I hate it when you're the one facing against it because it gives you like a hard choice of do you interrupt it or not? And I feel like you have to. Gonna be that Aegis Trinket down for Sensei is gonna be able to deal with the swarm as well as the Moonfire damage a little, but the bleeds are just gonna go right through you. Medby does not have a Trinket, so next up, Sensei has a Lexi. It could be pretty big. Main Munchel Sensei, big blades are up, gonna have big human racial. Got himself the diffuse magic again, trying to avoid some of the magic damage from Medby, but the blades is what's really gonna hurt the most. Gonna be Fist of Fury into Medby as a BDB down. It's gonna be a pre-wall for Medby. Trying to maintain himself as best as possible. He's going to try to see if he can do the walk away from Sensei as he continues to drop down BDBs. Just dropping those bruises everywhere. Medby with the quick and cap. It's not going to be the end of it. Follow. It's going to be, oh, Alexi. Whirling Dragon Punch. Taking him out. BDK going to be up next. Trying to go for a chain of ice out of Sensei. Ports not going anywhere with that port. That's probably going to be grip, but BDK is going to be able to grip him over. Playing that on Holy DK still. Big A-bombs dropping in. Fist of Fury down. Is going to be able to get back-to-back grips on the Sensei as long as he can surround Sensei with a bunch of pets. You've been in a fantastic position. You see it's on the inside of the monk. Just grip him back down. That's going to be A-bomb coming in. Oh! And it's going to be BDK taking him out. And got himself lots of momentum. Once it's sending out against somebody, anybody looks like Lazy is going to be up next as BDK does go for a Dark Pact immediately. Big bleeds by Lazy Cat onto BDK, who got himself Aegis Trinket immediately. Going to be Army of the Dead joined in, trying to grip the cat back over and maybe potentially root him in place. Not playing the Zombo build. Is going to go for the Lichborn, trying to get himself a little bit of reheal. Going to be the pets actually splitting and actually avoiding some of the damage BDK could have had from the tier set. Big bleed still into BDK, trying to give himself as much recovery. Sacrifices the pet. First aid for a second, but the bleeds are continuing to roll on him. Looks like the bleeds maybe fell apart. There's going to be a stun into Lazy Cat. Maybe BDK could do some recovery. But this man is under a ton of pressure to stun. Into a Trinket immediately, got himself the swarm, potentially maybe get him some resources. This man is under a ton of pressure right now, though. Gripping the cat in for a second, just to get himself one more heal. Gonna be the pet in power behind the pillar. Lazy Cat is just going for regrowth, but looks like that pet died. Because the Death Knight died. I didn't even realize that man bled out. I was gonna say for a second, maybe he'll be okay. I thought, okay, that doesn't have the biggest bleeds on him, it might be okay. And then the man just bled out. My goodness. Lazy tried to go for a stun opener around Kevin Landers, around the pillar. As it's going to be Seraphim down for the Pally. Potentially, if he can just recuperate a little bit of health, make sure he doesn't fall super far behind. Because this man is just absolutely bleeding. Going to get interrupted hard. That's going to be potential little bubble. Oh, Lazy Cat with a skull passion just taking the boy out with big hots. The last one left over for the team 2. Has to hold the fort. He has to deliver us to a victory for team 2. He needs to first take down Lazy, though, show him that he is the apex predator. He is the king of this arena, of this jungle, of the jungle full of spikes and otherworldly stars and all the TBC stuff. Lazy Cat going for a couple of swipes. Going to be big hots, I think, popping off his own tier set. Is it going to be Lazy trying to go for a cycle? It's going to be a Flesh Cat. Trying to see if he can use that Flesh Cat defensively. It is going to get bled and it's going to get actually burnt through pretty quickly. As big hots, at least, we saw a lot of his bursts going to that 20% damage reduction for Lazy. So at least was able to get himself a guaranteed way to reset. There's going to be a amendment to Lazy as he goes for a Trinket, trying to see if he can stay ahead of Big Hots. And is eventually going to have to go for stun of his own. Big Cots could potential trick this as well. It's going to Barkskin instead. Just letting the Barkskin do his work. Letting the Frenzy region do work. 5% dampening is going to have to rotate a wall. Going to be a Thorn Zone to a Lazy Cat. And it's actually in a bad situation. Might just have to go Bear of his form. Oh! Lazy just took him out. That was quick. Between Sensei and Lazy, that was really, really fast duel. Wow. Huh. Well, that went interesting. That was quick. Yo, Night King, Bellator, or Chicago if you got a 5-man. Ready to go, boys? Let's get another one going. Sometimes you're going to get these fast duels. Sometimes you're going to get the long ones, boys. You got to take what you got. You got to take what you got. 5? I know you were ready. You only had like, what, 2-3 people overall? Oh, and your team didn't even get to play. Seaver, and you haven't even touched the game at all. Haven't even touched the game whatsoever. Chicago get a 5-man? Potentially? Or 4-man? 5, let's go. Let's swap it out to Chicago versus Night King, and we'll get Bellator maybe versus Chicago right after, yeah? We'll do it like that. Chicago. And maybe I should do, don't you randomize arenas, boys, or we just go back to like doing normal? Do we do randomize, or should I just like set specific arenas? Because I kind of want to see a black pole. I kind of want to see everything, but not a silver on arena tonight, if possible. If at all possible. Where's the leader of the Horde group? Night King. Night King is the leader of the Horde group right now. But I think his group basically hasn't really got to do much of a redo. Actually, we got a second Horde group, actually. Bellator. Bellator is the leader of the Horde group. That's my B. That's my B. That is my B. Sorry, we'll get this duel up and running in just a moment here. In just a moment. In just a moment, boys. Nice. Cool, now we should be good to go. Did we load around arena already, or was that yesterday? I think it was yesterday's duels. Oh god, you guys are already going in. Okay. Switch. It's gonna be Chill Bills first up versus, looks like Snapback. As I think it was CBZUs that went across. It's gonna be so Snapback. Wait, what was it? Oh my goodness. What just happened? That man just literally died. Wait, CBZUs next? It's gonna be apparently his pet. Is it CBZUs up next? CBZUs get a cheap shot back here. Speedy just kind of messing with him. Not really trying to kill him. I think I'm just trying to figure out who's going first, who's going last. Looks like the best from CBZUs are attacking Chill Pills. Is he versing Chill Pills next? Looks like he might be. Or if anything, he's forced to duel him. That first Death Knight from Team 2, by the way, melted. Disappeared. We barely even got to see that duel much. And Chupa just came in and obliterated him a couple times. Looks like Chupa is going to go for a couple of death strikes. CBZUs just to give an opportunity to reset. Or something along those lines. I'm not sure what's going on. I think they tried to go for a bit of an honor duel. Maybe CBZUs is telling him, wait, it's not me that's dueling ya. It's not me. It's actually somebody else. Or maybe it's like, hey, it is me. Let me catch a reset real quick. I guess he could run back and maybe get Lunar or Chicago to heal him real quickly. But they're going to be chilling a bit of an honor duel. What's up, G? How you doing, my man? It looks like CBZUs is going to go for a reset. Chill Pills is going to be going versus CBZUs. And I think CBZUs is given an opportunity to at least get himself. I don't know if he got any healing from Lunar Beam or anything. I mean, if Chill Pills is okay with him getting healed, making sure he's topped off, I guess that would work. It's however you guys want to do it. Maybe that's what he's telling Chicago, be like, hey, can you heal me to full? Yeah, Chill Pills is just observing it, seeing that's what's going on. The boys at least given an opportunity to catch up to full health. So at least there's that. So it's going to be as close to an honor duel as you can, boys. There's going to be as much of an honor duel as it can be. CBZUs already set up gateways and everything. Sending out the Demon Doggas over to Chill Pills. Going to be an interrupt on the Fierce Stun on Chill Pills. As CBZUs getting the hand to go down, rolling in, trying to get some Demon Bolts in. Mortal Coil sent in with the Soul Rot to follow. Could potentially go for a full-on Tyrant. Chill Pills is going to go for the blind. Seeing CBZUs set up for that kind of damage. He knows there's going to be more pets to come. Setting up a big old blind on CBZUs. Let's just go for a reset. CBZUs needs to get even more pets in. They got himself Demon Doggas. That's actually going to do quite a bit of damage with that bind. Going to be a grippy head. Silence on the CBZUs with a Sun to follow. It's going to stun the pets as well. Going to be a port for the Warlock. That's going to be Frost's Fury, big old port. That's going to be CBZ's trying to see if he can bust out of there in a fox form, and Chilpa's looking to catch back up. Seal got himself grippy hand. Looks to CBZ is going to be able to reconnect, disconnect completely. And is looking of getting a full-blown tyrant up and running. Stun on Chilpa's. Potentially the tyrant could be lots of damage for him. Gonna be CBZ trying to go for as much self-cast as possible. Gonna be at that wall rolling in Chilpa's, turning attention onto the pets, trying to go for as much self-healing, trying to create some line of sight away from CBZ, that it's going to be summoning up a ghoul and then sacrificing immediately. That Wrathguard still gets the benefit of the obelisk. That's something that everybody should really focus on in the future. Whenever you PvP against anybody at all, always take down the obelisk. The obelisk for warlocks is kind of like a big old totem. It's like a Wind Fury totem for all the pets. It's a haze buff and an auto attack buff, depending on the pet's cast or they do auto attack damage. Gonna be a Mortal Call and Chilpa's as he goes in for a stun onto CBZ. Does end up silencing him to follow. And that's gonna be lots of pressure. CBZ completely locked down, and unless you got a port or something, anything, gonna be a fresh new Wrathguard. Ooh, and does get smitten down with the mic spikes, breaking past the ground, spiking up your boy. With War Machine going to be up next as a Fury Warrior. Chilpa's does get himself quite a bit of recovery. Flash got food from Seavark and is going to be able to go for honor duels back-to-back against these boys. Basically, given an opportunity to cap himself a full reset, but also it's given an opportunity by War Machine to go for a full reset. War Machine going for a leap and a charge, committing quite a lot of mobility all at once. Potentially going to spear Chilpa's in place. Does not have a Blade Storm by the looks of it. Actually, he's going to be able to activate, I think, Blade Storm after Recklesses? Or maybe he wrecked then Blade Storm to maximize the value of his, I guess, Tormented King's Legendary, right? Maybe he had like an extra long Recklesses. Was not really able to maximize the value of it though, as he wasn't really able to use Recklesses on top of Chilpa's. It's going to go for the leap or Lego to leap out of the way and leap back towards Chilpa's quick fear. As he sees cooldowns out of Chilpa's, it's going to be a grippy hand. Everything. Oh my god! Oh, that is scary amount of damage. Taking the momentum in Chicago. Wait, Chicago, you're going to be okay. Trinket side of its Thunder. Trying to use everything defensively. If Chicago did not Trinket and ages there, I think it might have been over. He's going to try to see if he can stop Chilpa's in place. He's going to be able to walk out of that totem. Quick blind in Chicago as they got all the ghost tools up and running together with an Earth Elemental. Chicago is looking for that quick flash cut to catch back up. I love that neck reward mod you got going on. My goodness, Chilpa's is splitting these boys in half. Oh my goodness. That's going to be big zaps out of Chicago as they're hit by roots. And Chilpa's is playing a PvP talent. I'm not sure exactly which one, but he's able to, if the enemy is slowed already by Chain of Ice, he can hit him with Chain of Ice again to root them in place, which does give him some breathing room, does give him a bit more control. That root can be very, very helpful. Very helpful. But for Chicago, does have at least a one root break. I think a Spirit Walker's Grace or something along those lines. So I know that Shamans have that Spirit Walker's Grace ability that gives them like ability to cast while moving, but then there's one with a sprint for enhanced Shaman in particular. It's going to be a big damage on Chilpa's. Does land yet another stun. That's going to be Chicago not taking the biggest amount of damage just yet, but it's still under pressure with that stun. It's going to really heal for this damage. That's Chilpa. Oh! And the dragon suits were above consuming Chicago in the breath of frost, absolutely erupting blizzard all around them. Oh my goodness. Oh god. Chill pills on the massacre. My good, I don't even know how you counter that at that point. This is where you just need a heal or a trinket or something, anything. Bubble out of Lunar Beam? What are you doing? Just bubbled, charging out Chilpa's. I'm not really sure why Lunar Beam bubbled. Unless I feel like, you know what, I don't need a bubble. I can just burn it. I won't need it against Chilpa's whatsoever. That's how confident they are. I think it might have been a big misplay though. Oh no. Chilpa slowly approaching Lunar Beam. He's literally just making it a long walk of death. At this point, he's just going to be walking at him like a zombie, trying to see if he can slow them down. Seeing there's no bubble out of Paladin, I think he's trying to make it as even of a duel as possible, and he's just going to limit his mobility completely. Big damage on a Lunar Beam. Wasn't even given a chance. Wasn't even given a chance at all. Well, probably one of the fastest 1v5s I've ever seen. But that's just right there. I'm not even sure what happened with our first Death Knight either. I feel like I started the duel video, I started recording a little bit late, but then we watched Chilpa just absolutely obliterate these boys. I'm not sure what to say. That was a lot of damage. All right, let's get another one going, boys. I think we're just gonna... I'm still trying to figure out what the hell happened. I really feel like I missed out the first guy completely. Chupa's the Lich King boss. Evolves a reflection, a slow walker doom. Honestly, Chupa's broken. I mean, the Frost DK for you. I know that everybody's like, yo, Unholy DK is really, really popular, but Frost DK is still pretty decent, isn't it? They want me going to 1v5 it. Yeah, they don't want Seamark playing either. We gotta get Seamark back in here, boys. Let's go again. We gotta get Seamark back in. Seamark is the only one that really never gets to play on that team, man. 5-5 Chicago group. Yeah, I can do that, Belly. I can do that. I do want to get Seamark an opportunity to play too, but we do gotta get Chicago and you against one another. The first was talking about AK, what happened to this work? Yeah, I guess it worked out, but yeah, the Warlock apparently was first. That's okay though. I'm not sure what happened, but it's alright. It worked in the end. That's where that makes all the sense why there was confusion. 89, right? 89. Is it 90? 90? 90? Did I not do 90 last game? Uh-oh. Let's do Chicago and Bellator real quick. Just to give Chicago and Team Belly an opportunity to get some variety. Because Night King so far has got himself a killer squad. Yo, Chill Pills, next time is the first, this time. Yeah. Next duel, definitely gotta go see if I can try. Definitely gotta give him a go. Down sewers real quick. After this, someone's not doing randomized areas, because I know we're gonna get Toveron. We're getting up to that point. Every DK has the best spec. They're getting a lot better right now. They're definitely getting a lot better. I know everybody says like Unholy's the play, and a lot of people play Unholy. But I think Frost has got still plenty of bite to it, man. Especially if only once. But yeah, let's see how this one goes. Chicago getting a chance to play yet again. CB's Luna B and Snapback. Snapbacks got blasted last time. I don't think that man was ready. I think that's what happened. Hello, my guy. Hope you're having a good one. Let's get another duel going here, boys. Switch. We got ourselves man named Donkey. Over 4. Oh, I kind of like your mug with a tabard. Yo, it looks good. We got Donkey over for the team 1. We got BDK, another Unholy as well. We got ourselves Bellator jumping in first. My music kind of stopped going all together completely. But Chicago going to be first up versus Bellator. It's going to be full Reckless Abandon with a Kyrian with Banner and Burst. That's going to be Chicago just going for a wall, trying to stay in Ghost. It's going to be Quick Sun to break apart some damage from Bellator. And that's going to be a little bit of that capacitor to stop and place. Bellator does not choose to burn a Trinket. Trying to get aggressive against all of these Raptors. Going to be Alien Blast for Chicago. Does dip Bellator's health quite a low. And Bellator with the fear to separate away for a second. It's going to go for a little bit of the execute procs. I see the crows flying out every time he lands that double execute with his weapons. It's going to be big old fire or earth elemental. I was going to say fire elemental just because the thing is big on red. Literally my mind was like, oh, red, big, it's got to be fire LA. 100%. Somebody chained by Chicago? Chicago's like, who did that? DDK, I didn't even do that. And Duncan's just kind of looking out. Oh, I definitely was okay. It looks like BTK is like looking away, almost like a purpose. Almost like he knows he did it wrong. Oh, just look away. Just look away. That definitely didn't do it. We got Medby over the team 1 as well. Oh, team 2 as well as Nala. Joining back in as a marksman on Bellator is going to go for a big heal off of those pets as it does play Impending Victory. It's going to be able to cover quite a bit. Going to be Chicago up next, trying to get some damage over versus Bellator with a big zap to follow. Bellator taking a bit of the dam. As he got himself big recklesses, there's going to be a big spears to follow. It's going to be Chicago with a disarm. Can't really know much about it. It's going to try to see if it can get on the edge of that spear. It's going to be Resident Trinket. I'm not even sure whose it was. I think it might have been Bellator's or potentially Chicago's. But somebody dropped a grenade Trinket, tried to keep him in place. It's going to be big zabs onto Bellator. Continue just again unleash so much health from all these pets. The Fury Warrior self-heal build. I'm a big fan of it personally. I know some people really hate the ability for like a non-hybrid class, like a non-paladin, non-shaman, to gain some kind of healing, like an enhancement shaman or Fury Warrior. But I kind of love when a class like isn't supposed to heal it is able to. You know what I mean? Makes things a little bit more even. Chicago super low now. Could be in the big time. Mexican range is going to go behind the pillar. Catch up a little bit of healing. Maelstrom getting used up. It's going to actually lose a little bit of that value. Bellator needs to get more range and blows. Needs to get a proc off that tier set in order to maximize his damage. He's going to get a random recklessness here and there. Needs to capitalize on this Rex whenever possible. We get someone to Chicago who's going to send a primordial over at Bellator. Unless Chicago can get those Ghost Tools back up, there's going to be a lack of Maelstrom for a moment here. It's going to get the Ghost Tools back, or Ghost Raptors back in. Spear onto Chicago. Belcher's going to use it to try to separate away. Chicago waiting for it to get a bit more Maelstrom. He's going to use Maelstrom defensively. Belcher catching up a lot of healing, and this is going to keep Chicago away with that Spear, just keeping him in place. Not a bad move, honestly. Not a bad move at all. As Belcher got himself a little bit of a whirling wind, with Belcher going in for big defenses in rage regeneration to catch back up on healing, as well as reduce the damage taken. With a momentary recklessness, I think maybe from a, what is that, a Blaze Storm? Tormenting Exile is already playing? Or is this man playing, what is it called, Death Rattle? It's one where Rampages can put up a Siege Breaker on the enemy, giving him a big debuff, kind of like a Colossus Smash. It's going to be Belcher, continue to get some damage in Chicago. It's going to be Recklessness up. Did he just use Reckless, or was that a random proc of Recklessness? I can't even tell. Trying to go for a leap. It's not going to be able to get out. Does have normal Reckless available. He's stuck together with Chicago. Could potentially maybe spear Chicago in place and just go full on blown damage. Chicago just trying to see if he can separate from Belcher. Does catch up a little bit more healing while dampening isn't up. Belcher is able to recover a lot. Big spear in Chicago. Got himself Aegis Trinket. Might not be enough here. Trying to do whatever they can. Quick silence to make apart Belcher for a second. And Chicago's still super low in health. In the execute range, Belcher still could end it right here. Oh, Chicago does get a heal. In between of it, and there's even more healing. Belcher does lose a lot of health. Ghost Raptor joining in. And it's going to have to get for a heal. Going to be a Trinket for Chicago. Still the bad spot. It's going to use Maelstrom generated from the Wolves or Raptors in order to be able to get a little bit more healing. Belcher catching up on a lot of health that they're going for. Potentially Kyrian Sippy Cup. I don't even know what kind of Kyrian build they would be going for. I guess Pelagos. This armor into Chicago. Trying to limit the amount of Maelstrom generated. Belcher does go for Enrage Generation. Quick Reflect versus Chicago on the next zap. I think it's going to be Chicago going for a Frost Shock instead. As Belcher trying to see if they can unleash the rage. Building up a lot of rage and gaining a lot of health back before the Maelstrom really starts rotting these boys down. So far, both of them have been able to survive on the fact that both of them got some overwhelmingly good healing, with Belcher limited by cooldown on when they can heal. Chicago limited on Maelstrom they can generate in order to gain some healing. But both of them have been very close to one another in terms of the combat, the back and forth between the two. Going to be Ghostos joining back in again for Chicago, getting a lot of the valuable Maelstrom, using the Maelstrom aggressively here, while they got a Flesh Guard shield back up. Belcher looking to disarm Chicago. Again, trying to limit as much of that Maelstrom generation as possible. Looking for as much self-healing as he can. Got himself Reckless back up. Potentially could be a big spear go. It's going to be Wreck with the spear. Does Chicago have cooldowns? Does have a wall for this one. It's going to be Resonant Trinket onto Belcher. I think Belcher might blow up from it. Belcher needs a heal right now. Has a Ghost Raptor, needs to get a heal from it. Immediately going to be Sunder. Oh, Chicago taking advantage of the fact that the cooldowns were down for you, warrior boy. Trying to take him out. Nala going to be up next. Double tap, ready to go. Is going to go for a big old explosive shot onto Chicago. Potentially death shock him. Trying to see if he can catch a rapid fire on him. Is going to be able to attach a rapid fire on Chicago. Isn't Ghost Wolf. Trying to maintain as much self-healing as possible. Earth Elemental joining in as well. And is able to avoid most of the damage from Nala. And that's going to be a knockback for Nala with a slow. Trying to see if they can get maybe line to side. At least able to get a rapid fire onto Chicago. Aim shot 1, aim shot 2. Potentially, if they can get a bunch of those aim shots back to back, they might actually be okay. Damage wise, just need to push out as much damage as possible. But Chicago is going to try to see if they can stay mobile. Lagging a little bit all over the place quickly. But Chicago not playing the defensive talent. Instead of playing the Feral Lunge, which is interesting. Nala going for a bit of a reset. Feign death. Together with Binding Shot versus Chicago. Chicago looks like it can have a root break. They might be in trouble. Going to be aim shot together with the Aegis. A lot of that is physical damage though. Is going to try to heal through it. Rapid fire by Nala is actually, oh my, what just happened? The Raptors getting charged out in a big old bite with a Frost Shock on Chicago. He had like 3 Raptors on the guy. Is that what happened? I think he hit him with like an LA Blast or Lightning Bolt or something. Chicago so far showing these boys how it's done. As an Elemental Shaman. Who's going to be up next? Is it going to be BDK? Is it going to be Donkey? Is it going to potentially Medbay? Medbay? Looks like BDK is looking at Donkey. Maybe he's waiting for him. It looks like Donkey pointed at somebody else. Looks like maybe DK is trying to figure out who's going to be first. Or maybe they're pointing and looking at Medbay. Maybe that's what's going on. I mean, if maybe it's AFK, the next person looks like BDK is literally pointing out to us that it's going to be supposed to be Medbay. If Medbay is AFK, you just got to skip a line. They're just pointing at him, telling him to go. But you might just have to skip a line, boys. One of you might have to skip a line. It looks like Donkey is going to be up next, trying to see if he can chain down Chicago. Chicago just fought against a literal war machine that is Bellator and was able to counter Nala. Are they going to be able to deal with the unholy DK? Donkey is going to be able to walk and run out of that grip, out of the static totem, but the pets are stuck in there. Grippy hand up into Chicago. It's going to have to pop every defense in order to survive this. Get himself a little bit of self-heal. Stun with a stunner to break away from Donkey for a second. The army of the dead is going to have to go a long ways around to catch up to Chicago. It's going to be a bomb. The pet transformed. It's quite a lot of damage. This is going to be able to catch up to Chicago. Going to be a wall for the shaman. As the need of the maelstrom, but Donkey is actually taking a bit of damage of his own. Going to be the AMS to try to deal with some of the magic damage. Chicago looks like they've recovered for the most part. 8 minutes into the duel, Big Steps burning through the AMS, and Donkey is on the defensive with a fresh new flesh cap just to get him back up and running. Chicago could potentially go for a flesh cap of their own. Is going to get out the Ghost Wolves. The Ghost Raptors are going to get some bites into that shield. It bites into Donkey, doing some decent damage in there. Chicago get hit with a thunder onto the. Oh, what was that? Was that just a Storm Strike with a Windfear proc? Just popped off of that guy. BDK trying to see if he can take the momentum with the last Death Knight versus Chicago, who got him some Ghost Raptor form. Down on defenses, maybe an Aegis, potentially going to be a stun Trinket for Chicago. Potentially Aegis Trinket is going to go for the static totem onto BDK, and it's going to end up eliminating totem. The grippy hand does put Chicago in a bad spot. There's going to be Aegis Trinket, give Chicago a little bit of defense, using all the maelstrom they got in order to heal as much as possible. Flesh got in the last second, but BDK does end up swiping him down. Together with a big old transformed pet, is able to take him out. War Machine charging on to one of the Skulkers. Spear into BDK. Good AMS it is good AMS it. Going to be a reflect out for War Machine. Is it going to be short? Will look like a stun onto the warrior, by the warrior onto the DK. Going to go for a bit of a Blaze Storm. Does play the Tormented Kingslayer, so it's going to activate that Recklessness. But War Machine is going to be able to leap away. Big grip by the DK is going to be able to reconnect back with War Machine. Maybe could potentially just sink him with a little bit of damage he's got. Going to be that swarm up and running. War Machine Trinket something, I'm not really sure what, but Trinket actually got hit with a stun. So actually the stun was full. BDK just tried to see if he could take him down over time. And I think that might have been a, wait, was that a Soul Reaper? That might have been a Soul Reaper kill. That means all these pets are empowered. Wait, see, this is just gonna blast it up by 50% damage increase pet? Because that pet is actually doing quite a bit of damage back there. BTK is not even touching the Warlock. It's gonna put the pet back as the pet is taking a bit of damage. That pet is just continuing to claw at CBZeus. It's not giving him a break. CBZ is finally going for a bit of drain life. Going to be some damage exchange between one another. Going to be BTK going for that pre-AMS. Going to be stunned from the pet. It's going to be IBF immediately just to give him some movement. There's going to be Tyrant joining in, but it's going to be stunned to CBZ. Tyrant is still going to possibly come out unless BTK can maybe go for a grip. Does not have a grip. Mortal Coil sent in BTK, but does at least have line of sight. Going to be a Trinket out of the Mortal Coil. It's going to be an AMZ down. It should be able to line inside a lot of these pets. Actually going to be grip. CBZ at him with an Aegis Trinket. CBZ got a low in health. BTK just trying to see if he can take it down right now. Does he get a chance to do it? Actually, oh, the pets actually did all the damage to the DK instead. What is Snapback's doing? CBZ took down the DK. There's no way. Are you kidding me, bro? Medb is back in. And this is going to be the last one left. I can't believe it. That was a clutch between the Death Knight and the Warlock. And CBZ is just going for resources. Medb, I think, was going to give him a little bit of a reset. But CBZ is trying to, you know what, like, let's just keep these deals going. Part of the 5V5 1v1 format. Big bleeder CBZs. I don't think this man lives unless he starts draining the life and energy and everything out of Medb. Unless he drains his bank account at this point to get some, buy some good healthcare. Actually, this man might be healthy now. Oh, big old bite. He was going to be healthy until the bite. Now he's going to have to report a cat attack. Snapback is going to be up next. Try to see if he might be able to get some damage onto Medb. See if he might be able to crush him with his A-bomb. Does he play the chain A-bomb build? I think he might be, right? That's why his pet is all fired up like that? Or maybe that's a legendary? I can't even tell. I'm not even sure. Maybe is going to go for a bit of a reset behind the Pull of Thorns. Is up to try to see if he can slow down. Snapbacks. The Snapback is looking to snap Medb in half. We are hitting that 12-minute duel in just a moment here. Boys, dampening is quite high with 41%. Medb is definitely going to feel it, but so is Snapback, since DKs do survive these duels long enough with a bit of death strikes and a little bit of that defense survivability. Their cooldowns aren't really amazing against physical damage dealers. Medb is actually going to put enough damage to actually take down the pet of Snapbacks. He's going to have to summon a new one. Snapbacks did go in for a full A-bomb limb, which Medb just avoided completely. IBF is up for Snapbacks as he gets hit with the root. I think Medb is just going to go for the bleed strat. You're just going to bleed out Snapbacks and let this dodge do work. He's going to concentrate a lot of the damage onto the main ghoul. Get himself a couple of regrowths here and there. Keep a rejuve rolling. So he's playing that restoration affinity. trying to keep himself healthy. Not through defense, but rather through self-heal. Maim onto snapbacks with the Convoke, swapping out the strategy. I didn't realize this man was going to play in Night Fight. I thought he was going to be Necrolord yet again. Going to be a stun to Medby as Lunar Beam trying to go for the biggest damage possible. Going to be a wreck down with a hammer throw. That's going to be a big old Ursa. Trying to keep Lunar Beam at bay. It's going to get yoinked back towards that Ursa. Maim by Medby. Lunar Beam goes in for a full-blown bubble. Maybe just needs to wait long enough until Convoke is back up. But actually, I don't even know if he needs to. You might not even have to wait that long. Gotta leap away from Lunar Beam, looking for a quick reset. Might just be able to go for a big old bleeds, big old bite, big old stun. Berserk coming back up very, very soon. Try to see if maybe be able to poke behind from around the pillar and get a stun. Gonna be a maim onto Lunar Beam. Shield of Vengeance does pop, but it's actually 50% damage reduced. Shield of Vengeance. Because of dampening, the shield doesn't absorb nearly as much damage, so he doesn't get nearly as much splashback damage as well. So it actually gets reduced greatly. Paladins, I think, are one of the classes that really suffers the most because their defense basically just goes out of the window. It looks like Medby just literally bears him down. Paladin just couldn't bear it. Medby with 3 kills apparently, BTK with 2, and I believe it was Chicago that was getting like at least 3 or 4 there back to back. Let's go, boys. I like it. I like it. Let's get another one going, boys. Yeah, let's get another duel for the day. Get Nike in there with your boy Seawork. What's up, Bick? How you doing, my guy? You good to join in tonight? Yo, Bick, we got 2 alliance groups, 1 Horde group. You're more than welcome to join in this evening, my man. 5, I see. Let's get Chicago in here or potentially Bellator. Yeah, let's get Chicago in. Chicago needs another chance. And we got Night King in here. Wait. Hold on. No mind, need 4. Oh, 4? I got 4. Wait, need 4, got 4. I don't know. Is it need 4 or got 4? Because it's a pretty big difference. Any Horde groups up? Yeah, Bellatrix needs +1. Salem, if you want to join in, welcome to. Yo, Big, we got Alliance group and a Horde group looking for a +1. Both of you looking for a +1. Horde and Alliance. It's not a EU, it's an A. EU is Friday, boys. Saturday is an A. Need 1, lol. I get you. Alright, 1 place in a Horde group, come on in. Yeah, let's go, boys. Belcher looking for +1. Chicago looking for +1 Alliance. We got a Horde and Alliance looking for groups. You guys are all welcome to DK Hype. What's up, Mystic Father? How you doing, my man? I like DK gameplay too, honestly. Yeah, I'm machine. My game crashed trying to come back. Y'all good, my guy. Y'all good, TT. Hope you enjoyed the duels. If you change your covenant, will change your covenant legendary. Unity, yes. Unity will change. Unity will adjust to your current covenant. That's one of the benefits of Unity. Unity can be worn side by side with another Lego, and Unity will also adjust with your covenant. Yes. Alrighty, boys. Let's get another going, yeah? Let's get another duel on the day, boys. I got work? Okay, that's fine. If you need a +1, Bellator. If you can get a +1, I can get you in first. And maybe somebody in Bellator's group can take over and I can just add him on Real ID. I can do that. I know Chicago needs to go next because I got 5. Once more versus Seawork group, and I gotta go to work. Wait, like, Bellator, you gotta go to work like in the next duel? If you get a +1 real quickly, I can get you real quick. I know Chicago's ready, but I could get you in. If you gotta go literally to work in just a moment. I can take over. I would love for you guys to be able to join in these duels at some point. I think it'd be awesome. You know how cool would it be bringing a viewer or bringing one of the regulars and have like a co-host to commentate duels? I think that'd be kind of fun. You also ready? All right, I'm gonna get Chicago and Night King. I don't know if Bellator basically gotta go to work like now or whatnot, but I'm gonna get Chicago since they're ready. Bellator got 5. Okay, we'll get Bellator in here just because he says he's gotta go to work, and then we'll get Chicago immediately. Chicago, I would have had you go first next. I would have had you go next, I guess. But I'm gonna get Bellator because if you gotta go to work, I don't know if the Horde group is gonna fall apart. But Chill Pillars at, they're in the chat, boys. They're all in the chat. Give a thumbs up for the Chill Pills. Give a thumbs up for Chill Pills, boys. I'm gonna use Chill Pills for the metrics on the YouTube. Dylan, sorry, you're good. You're good. We gotta get Q. We'll get Chicago in here immediately as soon as we can. We're just gonna go Bellator if you gotta go. I don't know if the Horde group is gonna fall apart or if somebody can take over after. If somebody can take over after on the Horde group, that'd be fantastic. If we can't get a takeover afterwards, then what can you do? Bellator, Chupas, I might just have to keep spam queuing you guys until it finally works. Because eventually it'll work. Eventually it should work, but it doesn't right now. Okay, summon queue again. I also shouldn't do random. Okay, next arena I do, I'm not gonna do random. Chupas MVP. Does Seawork have any preference for arena, by the way? Does he have preference for like arenas? Like line of sight or whatnot? I think it's over for some reason. Yeah, it's bugged. It's bugged. I tried to queue you while you were still LFG listed. Let me see if I can do this. Maybe I can do a specific arena. He said it tall? He said tall, Dagor? We got Maldraxxus. Is that big enough? Tall. Wait, Tolveron, not Dagor, not Dagor. Tolveron. This is as close to Tolveron as we can, yeah? Would that be fine, Seawork? I actually wanted Tolveron. Are you kidding me? What a madman. I actually wanted Tolveron. No way. I don't believe it. Well, I mean, I do believe it, but like, I don't know why anybody would pick Tolveron. Maybe just like you like it for the massive sprawling areas. This one's kind of big-ish. Darkwood Fair one is pretty fun. Arena? That'd be cool. I just see my RNG on the fight first. Oh yeah. That RNG versus Warrior, Death Knight, Feral, Monk. Wow. You gotta, that's a lot of melee. That's a lot of melee right there, bud. Good luck. I believe in the dream and in the cleave. Plus, this isn't the last duel we play either. So Twitch. We got us a Seawork, and it looks like he might be going first up over for the team 2, so team 1, because he never really get to play. Triples on that team, we got Sense, we got Speed, and we're missing one. Hopefully they'll get in. We got ourselves Bellator going to be charging out first versus Seawork. We got Fang in the back as, oh, Fang looking like a paladin. We got BDK, we got Medbay, we got Shiryu. We got us lots of melee. Oh, Shiryu coming back. I missed that guy. Volley onto Bellator. Does get put, became a B. Gonna be Arcanosphere versus Bellator. Does Seawork aim it? Oh, almost got that big old Arcanosphere versus Bellator. Dip versus Trinket out of the Warrior. Seawork does not use his big cooldowns. It's gonna be shit and power getting used. So next go he has versus Bellator might be actually pretty major. Forcing out a big Trinket out of Bellator like that is gonna be pretty big. Gonna be that Kyrian Spear down, and Seawork isn't able to blink right past it. I'm surprised you can blink it. I guess you can break out of roots with a blink. That's gonna be Seawork just trying to keep his range damage rolling. It's gonna be a bit of missiles reflected back versus Bellator. And does this continue to hit him with barrages? Gonna be full burst potentially for Seawork. Touching the Magi, Arcanosphere, potentially the biggest possible burst ever you've ever seen. Bellator is a B. It's gonna get smacked down for a ton of damage. Missiles to follow, potentially huge set of Bellator taking lots of damage on touching Magi. Next barrage could be really deadly. Barrage, oh! And there it is, boys! Oh my god, that's an Arcane Mage. Bully Gladiator Seawork. Athos like Bully Gladiator Seawork. Gonna be Medbay up next. That's probably gonna be a hard counter for Seawork. It's at least gonna be able to get some missiles and some damage versus Seawork. That's gonna be lots and lots of bleed damage. And Seawork is gonna have to get himself shields back up and running as soon as possible. He is playing himself the Resolve Trinket before it sees a nerf. I wonder if classes like Warlocks and Mages are gonna swap out of the Resolve Trinket, because right now it's really good. But I wonder with the nerfs upcoming for the Tuesday, Wednesday reset, if that's going to change the situation. Seawork sending out the images is going to give him a little bit of the defense as he's bleeding up by the Feral. But it's also going to keep those images in combat with the Feral. The Feral is at least maybe is able to generate a couple of comm points though. He might be able to transfer those comm points into some severe bleeding into Seawork. Unless Seawork can mitigate those bleeds ahead of time. Playing that Night Phase, so he got himself mobility with Soul Shape. He got himself the defensives coming back. It's going to be touching the Magic versus Medbay. Does himself the biggest go possible. Going to be some missiles. He's trying not to get interrupted as best as he can. And I don't think it was a Skull Bash by Medbay either. As Medbay is just getting blasted out, touching the Magic with quite a bit of damage. Seawork is trying to mix up a bit of his dam. Does have himself full arcane power. I don't think he's going to be able to do much against Medbay because he's a Feral Druid. Can't really polymorph him to stop him in place. Unless he's running Ring of Frost, I don't think there's much he can really do about it. Maybe he's going to be able to get an open over to Seawork. It's going to be all the time for Seawork right now. If he can somehow find a way to get a poly versus Medby, then he'll be in a fantastic spot. He's definitely going to have to find a moment. Medby knows he's just going to have to stay in cat form as much as possible and just do as much bleed damage towards Seawork. Which else for place for just a second. Seawork trying to go for an invis. It's going to be a barrage. And Seawork is just going to have to find a way to keep Medby out in the open. Potentially polymorph right there. He's trying to see if he can steal his buffs the best possible. Main, but Seawork is going to be able to get away from Korok. Polymorph right now to Medby. Does he Trinket out of this? Going to be potentially big damage on Seawork. I think he's going to have to go for a big Arcana Sphere as soon as possible. Potentially big damage. Big damage. Medby with a wall. It's going to be Seawork trying to blast him out as much as possible. Doesn't have the barrage to follow. Medby recovered a lot of health during that burst. That was a lot of damage. Potential out of Seawork. And was able to get a poly onto Medby. I'm surprised he was even able to get one. Maybe back at that cat form. Seawork with a shooting power is going to be able to blink out of it with an ultra time immediately. Just himself a defensive in case things really go bad. There's going to be images back up as well. Trying to see if he can maybe somehow land a polymorph onto Medby. Medby, I think, knows he cannot ever be out of cat form versus Seawork. Otherwise, he's going to set himself up for the biggest burst possible. Otherwise, Seawork needs to find a way to get the... get a stun or skull bash or a bash or something to proc his resonant trinket, get Medby away from any kind of pillars, maybe root him in place and go for the biggest burst possible. Again, just trying to keep him polymorphed, but trying to land a poly if possible. Going to be a quick skull bash by, oh, actually like a normal charge by Medby. Big bleeds to the Seawork, potentially could be really bad for him. Going to be a big old skull bash to re-engage back with Seawork. Got himself a little bit of a temporal, able to give himself a little bit of healing from the bleeds that are just rotting him down. And maybe he's going to have to go for a bit of a reset while Berserk is up. Seawork should be able to maybe almost was able to keep him in combat. Is there able to root him in place? Got him in for a second. It's going to be pan-durational for a moment. Touching magic, getting set up with the rune of power. Potentially big damage. Medby is going to take a bit of damage right now. Potentially could maybe get a Barkskin out of him. Maybe is definitely going to go for a lot of self-healing. And Seawork is just going to let the Feral go for a bit of a reset. Shift in power, almost getting the kitty cat out. It's going to be an orb, but actually almost was able to get Medby out in the open. Ultra time back up with Seawork. Quick charge, but Medby should be able to go for a bash of the Seawork. Cyclone potentially. Ultra time does give him away from him for a second. Does actually separate him far enough where the Cyclone can't hit him. Does land the poly. No, a trinket available for Medby. Could go for a trinket here. Does he realize there could be huge burst out of mage? Oh, big barrage potentially. Doesn't have the barrage, but that touches magic. Does slam down on the feral druid. It's a huge amount of recovery right now. Maybe had the emergency frenzy regen as well as the normal frenzy regen, I think, work all at once. Or is running like a tank and trinket. If that barrage only went through while he was low health, that could have been amazing. Quick invis by Seawork, got himself a bit of missiles. Maybe looking for the cyclone. Is he trying to go for a flesh cut? Potentially. Is that what he's trying to go for? Is he a Necrolord or is he Night Fae? He is a Convoker. He is a Convoker Evoker. 5 minutes of the duel. Dampen finally starting to roll in. But going to be Seawork blinking away. He's got himself a bit of a shield shift power as he dodges that resonant trinket completely. Trying to get some big damage versus Medby. Potentially look at the steal that Thorns is able to steal it. Trying to go for a poly, but decided, you know what? I can't. I'm already seeing this Feral walking away. I'm just going to go for a barrage instead. The B. I do like that he makes him a B though. I really think it's hilarious. Trying to go for poly versus Medby. Yet another poly attempt. Ultra time is up. Medby is just trying to see if he can get the result trinket worked out somehow, some way possible. I think it was a bash maybe versus Seawork. Again, trying to land the poly. If you could just do the polymorph trick, it might be okay. The fact that Seawork is playing a normal blink because it's a shorter CD and gives you defensive bonuses for breaking out of stuns. Running result trick gives you a lot of basic immunities in a way. Also gives you a shield for a portion of your health, for a good portion of your health, really. It just has all the benefits in the world. Maybe leap it in towards Seawork. He's going to hit him with the Ursos. Going to be a Cyclone. Doesn't get interrupted. Potentially could be a big Convoke out of Medby. As soon as the interrupt is gone, Seawork is trying to give himself a little bit of shooting power. Trying to land a polymorph. Medby is back in the bear form. He's going to hit him with a barrage. Medby waiting out. He has the Convoke ready. He got the kick out of Seawork. He wants to have himself a big go. Seawork does have an interrupt back up and running though. So again, going to have to go for that Cyclone. Wait for him to catch a reset. And then go again. At some point or another. Leap by Medby. With a Cyclone to follow, Seawork does separate away far enough away in order to get away from a clone. And Seawork potentially could go for a polymorph while he's trying to cast a clone in his face. Wait, Seawork might as well use that polymorph as he's trying to cast a clone. Trying to go for it. He's almost expecting it. Medby goes behind the pillar. Back in a cat form. Does he go for a clone? Blink. Potentially going to be a clone on Medby. That's going to be a soul shift for Seawork, just trying to get away. So far, this has been one of the hardest matchups for Seawork because he can't polymorph for Feral Druid. Big Blade's up, Kamoka's up, going to be an interrupt onto Medbay, but he's still got lots of damage with that Berserk. Blades are rolling in versus Seawork, trying to go for the big touch of the magic. Medbay is looking for a reset behind the pillar. Looks like Seawork just kind of blinking in and just trying to get some kind of damage in versus Medbay. Just at least at this point, he's just going for it, missing with Arcana Sphere, but almost landed onto Medbay. Did have him soul shape in order to make sure he could separate. Quick interrupt on the Seawork when he got in nature damage with the shift in power. Quick road into Medbay, again trying to land a poly if at all possible. He might just have to abandon the one shot he's trying to play for. He might just have to whittle down Medbay over time with missiles and barrages. He might have to do something different here. Or maybe he might be able to still land a poly. Medbay still has a trinket, so it could potentially be still a play for Seawork. Oh, Arcane Orb does get juked the last second. Medbay seeing that stun dodge by Seawork. There's going to be a touch of the magic getting set up with the Panda racial. Wait, I think he got him there with the Panda. There's nobody going to trigger the Panda, right? SL, a wall for Medbay, trying to go for as much Berserk, as much self-healing. Wall, Berserk, everything. All the cooldowns were used for those CDs. Seawork got himself all the time as well as images. Maybe staying in bear form, just trying to keep the pressure in while in bear. And Seawork just trying to keep him in place. It's going to be Poly. Again, just trying to see if maybe shifts out of cat form or bear form to try to give himself a heal and maybe land a polymorph on the guy. That's going to be a shift for a quick second. Shifting power for Seawork, getting cooldowns back. All the times back up, got himself plenty of defense. Trying to land yet another Poly versus Medbay into a rude backup. Again, if you can go for the Panda racial again, and Medbay, I don't think he's going to trigger that Panda racial. That could be a way to go about it as well. But it's easy to find a way to seize him for a moment. Blinks are perfect here. Touch of the magic getting set up versus Medbay with more missiles to follow. As Seawork is going to send the cooldown, send the damage. And maybe it might be able to stack up versus Medbay over time. Big touch of the magic. Actually, that's quite a bit of damage. Seawork's coming in damage right now with more Arcane Blast. Got himself that Ice Block, looking for the recovery at 27, 28% dampener. Man, this matchup against the Feral Druid, that's got to be one of the hardest. Just because this class completely counters what an Arcane Mage is trying to do. If you can't polymorph him, makes it super, super difficult. Bash on the Seawork. Does he have a blink? Looks like it's going to be convoked. Seawork does blink it, or Alter Timed it. Letting Alter Time just kind of keep him alive. Temporal right now to get a little bit of healing. Dampening rolling in at the 10% mark. As we got the 30% dampener, reducing a lot of that healing. Seawork is going to see his shield really get waned. The only way he's going to get any full value on healing is at this point just going to be from the Alter Time. Trying to see if he can snipe out Medbay with Arcana Sphere. Is he going to try to go for a juke? Does go for the juke with that soul shape. Oh my god, just waited in place. And Seawork got a lineup. If Medbay can just max out the damage away from Seawork, then he'll be okay. Ursul's keeping Seawork in place. Panda Racial does not have the burst to follow. Just doesn't have the Arcana Sphere, but only if he had the Panda Racial together with it. Had to use Panda in order to play very, very defensively. Marina, how you doing, fam? 10 minutes into the duel. 30 seconds, 40 seconds right now. 34% dampener. Seawork actually getting quite a bit decent damage versus Medbay. And maybe he finds himself going for a regrowth. If only Seawork had a polymorph there ready to go. But also it really comes down to like where your Alter Time is, where you leave the Alter Time. If you can maybe put an Alter Time knowing that maybe he's going to go behind the pillar, then that'd be perfect. Trying to polymorph him, couldn't quite get it. Trying to go for a touch of the magic, still looking to maybe land a poly. Has the images back up by the looks of it. Got himself shooting power. At least if he got cooldowns back to back. At some point, one of these guys got to win, right? At some point, one of these guys got to do it. Maybe with a maim, going to be a blink for Seawork with an Alter Time in case things go bad. And Medbay again, just trying to keep the pressure. Maybe poly. Oh, almost landed the polymorph versus Medbay. Almost landed it. Touch of the magic still getting set up. Maybe he's gonna go for a basket. Take it. Even the little small touch of the magic setup. Like with a lot of respect. That's gonna be a bit of damage. And Seawork did not commit much CDs into that one. Got himself temporal. That might give him enough survivability here. Maybe setting up for a big old bite. Potentially. Quick and Viz out of Seawork. Get himself that Alter Time. And should be able to recover a little bit of health with the images to follow. If anything, Miss is actually starting to do a bit of work because Medbay also is losing out on some self-healing. 40% dampener. He can go for a little bit of healing behind the pillar. Catch a couple of regrowths back there. Seawork is going to go for an Ice Block to recover all that health. He does have a lot of cooldown reduction. The back and forth between these two has been going on for quite a while. I feel like if it was anybody but a Feral, I feel like Seawork might have actually been able to, I don't know, maybe get one or two more kills here. But Medbay is definitely giving him a run for his money. We're definitely going to give Seawork another go here. I want to see this arcane damage burst at some point again. Quick interrupt on Seawork as he tried to go for some arcane damage. And that touch of the magic just doesn't get any value versus Medbay. As Seawork is continuing to steal any buffs from him, is going to go for the Arcane Sphere. Is he just going to go send it? He's just sending it with a full wall out of Medbay. It's going to be Arcane Blast back to back for Seawork. Medbay setting a bear form with a bar skin. Full defense is getting used up right now. Got himself to about half his health. Seawork continuing to get as many blasts as he can. Trying to think to build up for as many missile procs. He's going to try to see if he can riddle him down with a bunch of missiles. Full regrowth out for Medbay. Is going to get himself a rejuve. Everything. What's up, Nostalgic? How you doing, my man? Seawork is going to send out a Arcane Orb, going down for some food. Potentially got himself almost a root versus Medbay. Did he avoid the bleed? I don't think he was able to avoid that bleed, but he got himself big ultra time to give himself lots of recovery. Was that a Convoke out of Medbay? Is going to interrupt Seawork on nature for that shooting power. Get himself still full berserk, still lots of potential damage. Seawork is looking to get cooldowns back quicker. Going to be touching the magic with a bit of missiles versus Medbay. Building up as much damage as possible. Going to be a bar skill for Medbay. Is Medbay playing the tank Lego? I just realized it. Is Medbay playing that tank Lego? Does he get a frenzy region every time he bar skins, or is that just him get a frenzy region when he's low? I'm starting to think this man might actually be playing the tanky Lego whenever he's in bear and presses bark skin. I think he gets a frenzied regen, and when the bark skin falls off, he also gets a frenzied regen. Is that what's going on? Might be. Maybe that's how this man is so survivable. Seawork continuing to blast him out. Got himself the ultimate time. He's going to be able to reverse a lot of those damage back. And he got himself missiles. At least, if anything, he got himself a little bit of ways to keep Medbay out in the open. Trying to see if he can land a poly. Going to be a potential skull bash on Medbay. Doesn't quite get it. Maybe looking for a soul shape. That's going to be regrowth. Interrupted by Seawork. Maybe he got himself in a good setup. Going to be touching the magic. Get one chance up to Medbay. At least he's able to maintain the barrage. Is going to be a bar skill for Medbay. I think he is running the tanky Lego. If it shifts in a bear form as the thing is about to fall out, then definitely. Convoke defensively. Maybe it's going to be a cat form. Potentially bear form as the bar skill is about to fall off. No, I think he tried to. I think he is running the tanky Lego, which explains why he is so tanky for this one. Gonna be a quick Panda. I'm sure I should have got him. Polly, gonna be triggered for Medbay. Wait, it's gonna be so short. It's gonna be very, very short. Seawork is not gonna be able to get any value out of that one. Panda and Polly do DR one another really, really badly. They're both incapacitation effects. But at least Seawork was able to land a Polly for a second. I got excited there for a moment. So this is a commentary, bro. Thanks so nostalgic. Appreciate it, my man. Seawork got himself a Nova. Potentially big damage was Medbay. It's going to be a temporal. It's going to be able to get a lot of recovery. Bash, and it's got himself another third aspect of the game. But it's got a lot of cooldown reduction out of it. They're still going at it. Yeah, 15 minutes in. Arcane Mage does not want to fall down versus the Feral Druid. And the Feral is playing a tank Lego whenever he presses bar skill. I think he's playing the tank Lego. I want to say he's playing tank Lego. I've noticed he pops in bear from them, presses bark skin, and gets a lot of healing out of it. Because normally he doesn't play Frenzied Regen. But I think here he actually gets Frenzied Regen while in bear. Because he gets emergency Frenzied Regen. But I also think he pops back into bear form as he's about to lose bark skin, so he gets a frenzied. Okay, he is? Okay, yeah, it gotta be. Because he's playing Rest of Affinity. Because normally it just be Swiftmans and Rejuves. So we're just trying to see if he can blast out damage with Medbay. Is that going to be enough though? Medbay is not going for a stun. It's going to be a quick War Breaker for a second, or War Sound for a moment. Going to be Medbay trying to go for a Convoke. He's going to get disrupted. Seawork got a lot of health back. Going to be Medbay with no health whatsoever. Barrage potentially doesn't take him out. It's going to go back into bear form to see how Barska back up. We're trying to see if he can chase that with barrages. Arcane Sphere around the corner. Is he going to dodge it? Oh, he does get to dodge it, but the barrage is a lot of damn though. Fire Blast to follow. Maybe just needs one more cast. Seawork blinking after him. He just needs one more heal. Gonna be a bear form. Barskin does get a Frenzy Regen. Yeah, he has to be playing that tank Lego. He has to be. There's no way you get that much recovery. Gonna be all the time for Seawork. Continue to get barrages sent in over at Medbay. Medbay going behind the pillar. More barrages. That one more barrage needs full. Arcane charges and it'll be good. It'll be the biggest barrage you've ever seen. Medbay is so low health. He is so low health. But Seawork is trying to see if he can recuperate as much resources, as many procs versus Medbay. I think that's what he's trying to do. Trying to see if he can get those missile procs. Medbay is going to go for a bit of a reset. Let's see if I got himself all the time in case things go rough for him. Sees Medbay around the corner. At least got barrages. Medbay has at least got himself out of that execute window. That's my boy Medbay. He's playing tank Lego. Yeah, he's doing really well with it. I mean, it's a really, really strong Lego. Very, very strong Lego. I'm not a big fan of like people playing tanky Lego personally. It's almost like seeing a tanky PvP. Usually not really a big fan unless there's something really, really cheesy in it. And like something really kind of viable. Regrowths are up for Medbay, recovering as much health as possible. Seawork at this point, I don't know if he got really much in terms of defense, so he is playing Night Fae, so he got himself a lot of cooldown reduction with that shift in power. A ton. be able to get an ice block later. Did maybe just go for a panda? Or did maybe just go for like burst? I think Medbay might have went for a convoke and got interrupted by Seawork with that convoke. Seawork tried to see if he could blink towards Medbay, got himself full arcane power, just trying to see if he can blast out. Maybe Arcana Sphere hits him, maybe trying to see if he can go for a dodge. Does he get a dodge? It's gonna be Medbay blinking around the corner. I feel like Seawork maybe could have maybe juked him. I don't know if he could. I think he just faced Arcana Sphere one way, turn run the other direction altogether. I feel like it's the only way you really do it. And Seawork is going to have to sit down for some food. Got himself a lot of cooldowns recovered. Medbay just forced out cooldowns out of Seawork. And 18 minutes into this duel, damn, the dampening, dude. These two have been going back and forth at each other in that same fashion, in that same way, all the time up. Medbay is gonna end up hurting at some point. I feel like Seawork got at least immunities. He got cooldowns. He got ways to recover 100% of his health if he uses Alter Time at the right time. If he could Alter Time at the right moment, he can start his health at 100%, take a bunch of damage, and reverse back to 100 because it's not a heal. It just puts his health back to where it was. Try to see if he can juke Medbay with an Arcana Sphere. Couldn't quite do it. There's going to be more shit in power, getting cooldowns back quicker. I think he's on the chase with a Feral. Got himself Barrage. Is going to be a bleed with a Berserk on a Medbay. Seawork's health is going to take a bit of that bleed damage. Got himself a bit of an Invis. 60% damage reduction. There's going to be Barrages back-to-back versus Medbay. Ursul is going to keep him in place. He's got that Alter Time. He's going to be able to put himself back next to the Feral, trying to see if he can Nova him out. And Medbay, he wants to go out there. He wants to make some damage happen. He got the result he's got to deal with. Going to be massive is for Seawork. This is going to go for Arcana Sphere on one side and a explosion on the other. Getting Medbay out in the open. He just needs a little bit more damn. Alter Time? No. Touch of the Magic wasn't able to make it play. But potentially Arcana Sphere almost got Medbay. He was going to the right and then went to the left. But Seawork trying to see if he can explosion him out. Going to be Alter Time. Medbay's just going to back away, letting that Resolve Trinket do his thing. Seawork could potentially blink towards Medbay, getting him away from Pillar. It's going to be able to go for Alter Time and barrage him again. It has been a big nap day. Dove, hopefully been a good day then. Hopefully got plenty of rest. Everybody needs rest, man. Sometimes you all just need to have a big old nap and get as much rest as possible. 19 minutes into this duel. These boys are still going after it. Fang hasn't got to play. BDK hasn't got to play. Shiryu has not got to play. It's been Seawork just trying to hold the fort. Going to be Panda Racial. Trinket out of Medbay. It's going to be a big blast on the Seawork. Does not have the Arcana Sphere. Wait, potentially could snipe him out. Does he get to snipe it? Does he get to plant it? Oh, he walked back into it. Medbay actually walked into it. Seawork just needs to catch up to him and go for a biggest barrage in the world. Medbay is looking for a big convoke. Needs to get interrupted immediately. Seawork, I don't know if he'll be able to really stop him. He's going to sit down for food immediately. My goodness, that was a nice snipe. Stun? Seawork does not go for a blink until a little bit later. I think he was waiting to see if Medbay would commit cooldowns. But Medbay just got that stun just to force out a blink out of Seawork. That's going to be able to go behind the pillar. 92% dampener. At this point, Medbay does not have enough healing in the world in order to match this up at all. At some point, you're just going to have to go offensive. But Seawork at least has some offensive power. Bash with the Seawork. It's going to be worse up for a second. It's going to be a barrage onto Medbay. And Seawork got himself shifting power, getting cooldowns back quicker and quicker. I think Medbay loses the cooldowns game unless he can maybe get the biggest bleeds onto Seawork and then see if he can take him out. Arcana Sphere, does he get to dodge it? Dodging, needs to dodge it, but that's going to be him getting slowed down by the image, actually. The image tried to help so much with Seawork, tried to slow him down. Big barrages back to back. Does Seawork have an instant cast to follow? Maybe he can build up for a bunch of missiles. And Medbay got himself at least a little bit of healing, but at this point, it's just burning mana. With those heals, they don't do anything at all. Big convoke. Does Seawork get to stop it? He does get to stop it. A last second blink, so then goes in for an interrupt. Maybe Medbay can utilize this in order to maybe, I don't know, land a clone and Seawork, maybe go for some heals. It's gonna go for Nova. Oh my goodness, can't even go for a proper open on Seawork. You got Berserk very, very soon though. Seawork has an ice block. Alter Time is up. Is going to be able to get back next to Medbay. Continue to barrage him. It's going to be temporal on top of it. Could go for a touch of the magic. Potential big missiles to follow. I think it might be over for Medbay. Does go for a bar skin while in bear from getting whatever heal he can. Arcana Sphere. Does he move? He needs to find a way to dodge it. Seawork trying to see if he can go for a go. Barrage could be deadly here. Seawork has all the cooldowns ready to go right now. Shifting power is back up and running. Medbay back into stealth. And if only Seawork could just see Medbay for a second, that barrage would be deadly. He's on an execute range. 30% health or above or below. Execute range. No more healing, GG? Yeah, no healing. Maybe actually is out of... Well, there is healing. It's just reduced by 100%. So it's very, very, very extremely tiny. So the only one that got immunity is Seawork at this point. Blinken, big bleed on Seawork. Got himself Alter Time. Doesn't actually need healing. Alter Time is actually going to help him with survival damage. Because he can reverse his health bar. He doesn't heal. He puts it back to where it was. So it's not a heal. So as long as he got enough health to work with, Alter Time will help him. Images not attacking Medbay. Why are images attacking Medbay? Oh no. And see, we're trying to see if we can get the boy out. We actually down to 100% dampener. Let's not talk about dampening. Let's not talk about dampening ever. Medby just trying to look. He's actually able to heal himself a little bit. It's very, very small. It's extremely small. It might as well be meaningless. It might as well be all the healing is just like might as well be a level 1 player healing. Yeah. If a level 1 player just put a regrowth on the other, that's basically the equivalence of that heal. It's reduced by so much. Shift and power by Seavark. Maybe continue to try to get whatever health he can in order to climb out of here. In order to get whatever health possible. Seavark could pick up the eye, and that's exactly what he's going to do. He needs to pick up the eye and get Medby back in combat. I think Medby is literally going to wait in cooldowns. He's going to wait and wait and wait and get whatever healing he can. Got him some regrowth. At this point, Seavark should be able to see him. Yeah, he knows exactly where he's at. I don't know if he has another set of eyes. It doesn't look like it. I don't think I've ever had duels go this long for a while, boys. 23 minutes into the duel, these two are just going back and forth. This is why I'm not a big fan of tank Legos on top of it. Very, very not a big fan of tank Legos. Because of stuff like this. Seavark hanging out by the eyes. Gonna be Medbait trying to see if he can force a blink out of Seavark. Got him some soul shape. Seavark just gotta set it. Seavark is not gonna use that blink that early. He knows he gotta be playing very, very carefully. Ultra time is up. He's gonna use ultra time in order to get back on top of Medbait. Try to see if he can AoE him out. Doesn't quite get to. I think maybe went for a convoke in order to get himself healed back up. But finally Seavark, I know, right? But finally Seavark has a turn to play. Dude, we're gonna have to go again with Seavark. We're gonna have to go again. There's no way. We're gonna have to go again. Seavark needs a proper chance to play, and this is the weirdest game possible. Honestly. 1 minute to war game ends. Really? Actually, yeah, might actually be a minute. It looks like they're just going in. Chillpill's just getting in there. Yeah, it's over. Yeah, whatever semblance of like a proper duel there was, Chillpill's like, you know what? I kind of want to get a game. I just want to actually get a chance to play. See if we can just try to blast out whoever he can. I actually blasted a lot of people at the end. Damn, Fang almost getting him down. Yeah. Unforge, man. Unforge didn't win the way it did. Unforge. Let's go again. We got... Okay, I can see. Where's it? Please. Okay. Wow. Well, there's that game. That was interesting. We gotta get Seavark a chance to play again, dude. We gotta give him a chance to play again. I think maybe against Team Chicago if they're still around, unless they all fell asleep. Boys, Chicago Night King, Bellator. Druid cringe. The Druid played really well. Like, he played the tanky Lego, which gives him like ability to heal a ton while in bear form. But it did end up extending the game a ton, especially against the class like an arcane mage, who's all very CD based. Yeah, it was so fuzzy. Yeah, you're gonna get games like that sometimes, boys. Got 5? Let's go. The duel is never ending. No. The Druid did not play well at all. That shouldn't have went along. I agree with you on that one. That definitely shouldn't win as long as it did. 25 minutes of running in the columns? Yeah, it's not the most exciting. We need one more with Night King team, and we'll be good to go for Chicago. About the Smite tab, after seeing that. About that Smite tab, after seeing that. About to open Smite tab. Oh, yeah, I feel you. Yeah, with a game like that? Yeah, when they lasted 25 minutes, I feel like you probably get a game of Smite real quickly. Alright, I don't know if anybody's taking over for Team Bellator, but if you guys want it, you're more than welcome to. Chicago. DK takes over. Awesome. I gotta get him added. So, Seavark, you said you wanted Tolveron Arena, right? We're giving it Tolveron Arena. I'm literally giving you the arena that you want to play. You literally said Tolveron, so we're gonna do Tolveron. You took Hemispheres, A+ content regardless. Yo, thank you guys so much for hanging out. Thanks so much for chilling. I really do appreciate ya. Thank you for being here, boys. Sometimes you're gonna get duels that long, sometimes you're gonna get some really short ones. Oh, duel your bros all day long. Hell yeah, dude. I want to be immune to death. Yo, for real, right? Just be a bear druid, dude. Just become a bear IRL and pop bark on your skin. And apparently that's enough to just immune death forever. Match Motherboar fight, really impressive. It was a really awesome back and forth. I just would have loved for it to have an ending. Yo, Chillpills, you gotta give Seavark another opportunity, man. That was a hell of a game, honestly. That was a hell of a game. Actually, Dove, I wonder if it's possible to get like a blanket that looks like tree bark. And you could just like chill on the couch with that and pretend you're a bear. Maybe that'll be enough to immune death incarnate. You know what I mean? The Twitch. Take the lose as it is. What? I think that was a loss for Seavark? I don't know. that ended up in a bit of a standstill, I feel like. It's fair to both of them. I don't think either one won, really. Because it was down to, like, literally the wire. Like, the arena was about to end. The war game was about to end. Seavark blinking in towards CB Zeus. This is going to go for the polymorph in the opener. Going to be touching Magi. Arcanosphere, unless he gets interrupted by the pet. Trying to interrupt the pet from interrupted. It's going to be CB Zeus taking a bit of damage from the Magi. He's going to be at half his health already. Let's see if I get himself lots of damage rolling in, but that's going to be a slow from the pets or potentially from the Curse of Exhaustion. All the time is up before CB Zeus can get himself any big damage with Seavark. Is going to be able to force out the Resolve Trinket and get the Fears and CC back-to-back onto your boy. I don't know what he committed in order to get that Resolve Trinket proc. Did he go for an interrupt with a pet? It's going to be a shifted power for Seavark as he's running around these pets. Banter Rachel and CB Zeus, touching the magic to follow. Does he have the biggest go possible? It's going to be pet. Interrupt does not get a stun, but the interrupt does go through. Wait, does the pet interrupt go first before the stun? Wait a second. Is Seavark basically immune to stuns? Wait a minute. That'd be kind of crazy. Arcanosphere around the corner. Potentially big damage to CB Zeus. Trying to see if he can soul shape out of it. Does get to juke it. Let's see if he's taking a bit of damage from all these pets. Switch. I don't know if I did that already. I'm just going to do it again just because it helps me sync the gameplay. CB Zeus is going to go for a bit of a reset himself. Behind the pillar, Seavark trying to see if he can send the missiles out. Kind of low on mana, is going to get interrupted on that evocation. That's actually going to get him a little bit behind on the resource. I wonder if that's going to be like fundamentally big for him. Fear onto Seavark is going to have the Result Trinket proccing. And CB Zeus is going to be able to get some damage out. Touch the magic and set up onto CB Zeus. Seavark fine. Taking a bit of damage from the Warlock. That's going to be a Mortal Coil sending him out. It's going to be giving CB Zeus a little bit of self-heal. So we're trying to go for a big barrage, big damage. Going to be touching the magic onto CB Zeus as it's going to be shifting power for Seavark. Looking to get himself a little bit of a health recovery. Mass Invis. If CB Zeus has himself any kind of interrupts by the main pet or potentially stun, he might be able to disrupt Seavark long enough in order to get himself some kind of a lineup, some kind of a setup. And CB Zeus swinging around the corner. Some big Demon Bolts onto Seavark. Does not play the Necrolord build, so it actually might be a little bit different. Going to be Seavark trying to see if he can give himself a blink just to get himself alive. Got himself the Temporal. Heal himself a little bit. That's going to be a massive touch of the match. CB Zeus hit with a bunch of missiles. Potentially maybe a Arcanosphere? No, not going to be. Oh, loaded up Arcanosphere a little bit late. It's going to end up smacking him. Trinket on CB Zeus. Not really sure what he trinketed there. Did it trigger the knockback? Was it trying to trigger the knockback? Next barrage could be really, really deadly. CB Zeus on an execute range. See if I can just try to see if I can poke around, just hit him with a barrage. He might just be able to do it. Mortal Coil does give him some survivability. See if I'm trying to see if he can hold on to that ice block. Is going to block it. As he sees the Tyrant coming down, as he sees the Obelisk, is going to treat it like a real threat because it really is a real threat. Especially with that Tyrant getting himself faster casting thanks to the Obelisk, it does make it pretty tough. Let's see if he does get himself all the time. Still that Tyrant get at least one blast. Let's see if it dives into Invis. And CB Zeus with not a lot of health. Seavark trying to use the barrages onto the pets just to catch up to the Warlock. Just trying to keep it with him as best as possible. It's going to be a barrage to follow. Trying to set up the touch of the match. It's going to be disrupted on nature. At least able to disrupt some of that nature damage, some of the dot damage and pet empowerment mechanics. See if we're getting hit with the stun. It's going to be able to blink out of it. Does have himself Result Trinket. Help him out a little bit here. Going to be a pet interrupt. With a touch of the Magi, while the Panda Rachel's up, let's see if it comes up with a big go. Mortal Coil and see if this maybe still big damage to follow. It's gonna go for a bunch of arcane blasts. It's gonna be CB just trying to use whatever CC he can. Just trying to brute force past Resolve Trinket just to make sure he can get some sort of CC chain onto Seavark. And CB just doing himself quite a bit of recovery right now. All the time for Seavark, so it should be A-okay. He's gonna take down the Obelisk as soon as possible. He's gonna reduce the damage of someone's pets quite a bit. All the time gets put back at least at the fighting chance of health. Arcanosphere. I think CB was trying to see if he could dodge it. I don't know if he was able to successfully do it. I didn't watch his health if he actually dipped at all or not. All the time for Seavark in case he dips. Gonna be another touch of magic set up. CB just interrupted on Shadow. It's gonna be Seavark trying to blast him out. Does he have enough damage? Trying to see if he can barrage him. Ooh, fire blast at the very end with a touch of magic. Slamming down on the boy. And does end up taking him out. With Seavark going out versus Chicago up next, and Chicago is getting an opportunity to at least catch up fully on health, giving him as much of an honor duel as humanly possible. I like that Panda Mog. I like that a lot. I think we basically used a human Mog originally and just applied it on Panda. It actually doesn't look bad at all. I like the glasses. I like that thing in the back, the golden. It doesn't show up in the model viewer super well, but I like the way it looks. Looks fantastic. His image of Stone's Trinket is broken and no Trinket would have been dead 30,000 times. You think so, Avnik? Yeah, they are nerfing the Resolve Trinket by quite a bit. They are nerfing it. I don't know if that nerf will be enough to make casters not want to use it. I think that Trinket does give casters an ability to actually play the game though. and with a blink, does give mages in particular a little bit more survivability. Chicago tried to go for as much defense as possible. That should imagine loaded up a bit of the dam, was able to heal right through it with a maelstrom, trying to see if he might be able to remove all the buffs off of Seaverk. Seaverk will not be able to hold on to a shield for long enough unless he can maybe pop a shield as Chicago goes in for like a lightning bolt. It's going to be a polymorph onto Chicago as it gets turned to a B. With Seaverk looking for a little bit of recovery, eating on those mana bunts, maybe going for a bit more feast. A couple more bites, yet another polymorph, triple poly onto Chicago as he's looking for a bit of a reset. Yeah, I think Ovnik, both of them were playing something busted too. Like Seaverk is playing the Resolve Trinket, and then the Druid is playing the Trinket Lego. So honestly, it's kind of like both of them playing something busted, and they got to the point where they're both so even that's not even funny. Like ridiculously even with one another, to the point where it's like neither of them can die. Actually kind of nuts. In the moment he was playing, it's the first time I seen time or not, me too. Touch of Magic getting set up by Seaverk off of that banter, racial big damage to Chicago. But potentially could be a big go. It's going to be a massive chain harvest with the touch of the Magic to slide down to Chicago. Get him still super low. Chicago still be in big trouble, trying to continue the healing as best as they can. And it's going to use that Maelstrom in order to catch back up. Arcana Sphere could hit him, trying to see if he can dodge it. Does get a juke out of the way. It's going to be Seaverk with a barrage to follow again. Chicago just trying to remove all the buffs off Seaverk. As I got himself yet another altar time, trying to go for a little bit of food. I think cancel in the altar just to catch up on a feast. And what was the damage out of Seaverk there? Got Chicago super low without even Arcana Sphere. With the Panda Racial, it actually gives him just enough opportunity to get himself a setup. Potentially could be Chicago trying to see if he can interrupt the polymorph out of Seaverk. Seaverk still holding on to an ice block. And still could have a chance here. Gonna be Ghost Wolves joining in, not playing the Ellie Wolves. Instead playing that Ascendance. I just heard Chicago popped that Ascendance. Did they mean to pop Ascendance? Was it away from Seaverk? All the time for Seaverk in case he's taking a bit of damage. It should be able to recover a little bit of health from those Ghost Raptors. And that's going to be big Storm Strikes to follow. Seaverk is still in a tight spot. Going to be Arcana Sphere. Not going to have the big damage possible, but Chicago is still going to get hit. With that shift in power, does Chicago going to interrupt it? Does just interrupt it. Bomber to Chicago does not have a ground totem for it. It looks like potentially Seaverk could go for a touch of the magic. Just gonna go for damage instead. Just blasting out. Going to be that grounding totem to follow. Seaverk just continue to do damage as much as possible. Altar time is up. Could be removed. That's going to be the ice block. And Seaverk is going to have to cancel that altar time just so they can recover all the health. More than once I've seen mages pop all the time, then pop ice block, recover all that health in the ice block, and then all the time puts them back to the low health that they started in. So definitely want to cancel it out whenever you're sitting in the ice block. You want to make sure you're getting the full heal up. Nova onto Chicago. Do they maybe break out of it? Gonna be Arcana Sphere, gonna slam him for quite a bit of damage. Does the Maelstrom in order to give himself a bit of a heal. That's gonna be Chicago potential to load himself up for yet another chain harvest versus Seaverk. All the time is up for the mage. Is gonna be able to all the time back towards Chicago with a poly. Potentially has some burst. Has Arcana Sphere. Is it gonna be maybe re-poly? No, not gonna be re-poly. Seaverk is just gonna go blasting out at Chicago. Trying to go for missiles. Trying to get interrupted. Sunder for a second. Chicago taking a bit of damage. Gonna be instant cast. Blasted onto Seaverk. With the arcane power. Was it removed or was the arcane power maybe like just gone? Gonna be knocked back onto Chicago for just a second. Seaverk trying to give himself a bit of a breathing space. Trying to put the shaman as far away from him as he can. Maybe just joining in. It's gonna be slowing down Chicago with them frostbolts. Giving Seaverk a little bit more of that tankiness and capability. More missiles flying again, trying to maybe get a kick out of Chicago, if at all possible. As Seaverk is going to go for a massive miss, potentially get himself a poly onto Seaverk, onto Chicago, but somehow breaking. Somehow that massive is broke. I think it might have been Chicago, maybe with Lightning Bolt. Seaverk getting kind of really low on health, trying to get a poly onto Chicago, unable to really do much about it. This is going to be Panda Rachel, touching the magic. Does he just have himself a big old go? Looks like he's just going to go for the reset. He's going to go for the poly, slow down Chicago, sit down, get some food, potentially use another invis in order to break out of there. It might decide to do all that. Massive is not coming back up for a while, unless maybe you can go for shift in power. Just trying to stay away from Chicago as best as possible. All the time getting used. And using the barrage in order to give himself a little bit of movement speed. Chicago hanging out by the altar time image. And Seaverk should be able to get himself potentially a massive is. Going for a Arcana Sphere, knocking back Chicago with a slow to follow. Maybe try to build up for a little bit of damage. That's going to be the Ghost Raptors joining in. Not really giving Seaverk an opportunity to get himself a recovery. Altar time up for Seaverk is going to go for the altar time really early. Seaverk is going to get blasted out and Storm Strike by Chicago though. Super unfortunate. The back and forth, but Chicago I think is one class, one of the few that does counter Arcane Mage in the bursts they go for. GG, yeah, super unfortunate how that went down, but it went down the way it did. Chicago trying to go with the Aegis Trinket with the Ascendance versus Sensei. Do they potentially have a big go here? Gonna be Zoen joining in, and Zoen getting amped up by a ton. Sensei got himself full images, potentially big kicks, big spinning crank kick versus Chicago, trying to see if he can get himself a setup. Black eye kick to follow. Chicago with that wall. That's gonna be a massive, massive Fist of Fury. Just canceling out Chicago's damage, canceling out the parries. Sundered by Chicago for a second. Does it have anything to follow? Potentially stunned? No, it's gonna be Sensei get him low enough with a quick touch of death, taking him out of the game. With Luna Beam potentially gonna be next. Cow's Wings rolling. Is it gonna be Elwin or iFox? It's gonna be one of these two. One of these boys. It looks like it's gonna be Lunar Beam next for Sensei. Who did we lose on team 2? Or team 1? I think we lost the Rogue. Oh yeah, Wild Dim. How you doing? I see you spinning over there like a goober. Stun onto Sensei. It looks like Lunar Beam is just trying to see if they can break away from the monk. Trying to bail out of there completely. In capital Lunar Beam. Trinket's out of it somehow. I'm not really sure. Is that a adaptation trinket? Gonna be the IBF Bob for Lunar Beam. How was they able to break out? Was that like a human racial out of that CC? I think that might have been human racial. As Lunar Beam burning all the immunities really, really early versus Sensei. Sensei with a spinning crane kick. I think he's just looking to end the duel already. Massive kick. And Lunar Beam, I think, needs maybe a little bit more versatility. Unfortunate, but I think Elvin might be next, or potentially iFox. Is it Elvin or iFox? Might be Fox. Hard to tell. Because Elvin does get himself a full flesh cap. Possibly? Hello? Wait, both are AFK? I think it is iFox. Or not? I think we're just waiting. I think it is supposed to be iFox. He's got himself a flesh cap. Hopefully ready to go versus Sensei. It looks like it is going to be him. Or maybe he was looking at Elvin, thinking that Elvin's going to be next. I guess there was a bit of confusion. Spin crank kick up for Sensei. Try to see if he can go for a Ringo boop. Ringo with a boopity bop. Dropping it down. Trying to see if he might be able to get iFox down the open. Quick in cap with a bitty bit to follow leg sweep right after. That's going to be a quick jab by Sensei. Minding himself a big crit buff. Going to be a big old karma versus iFox with a Fist of Fury. Trying to see if he can pin him down, but isn't able to. As iFox got himself plenty of mobility. Is able to separate from Sensei. Got himself in a stun. That's going to be human racial. And that's going to be a Sensei forcing out the turtle out of iFox. iFox still taking a load of damage. What is going on? What the? Did he cancel his turtle? Was that Zoen just doing all the damage? What just happened? But it looks like Elwin is the last one left. They have to go versus Sensei, and then they have to fight right through Chill Pills, and as well as Wild Imp. I guess the last one left, huh? Hello? Are they there? Maybe DC'd? Or lagging? Sensei's trying to give him as much of an opportunity to play. It looks like Elvin is back. He's gonna have to go through these boys at 13 minutes in the game, 49% dampener. Quick kick cap to Elvin, and Sensei looking to get himself a bit of a heal. Elvin just going to go for a bit of a resource generation. Quick old I-beam to get himself that extra demon spawning in. Flesh cap gets interrupted. I don't know if they're trying to go for flesh cap. Maybe they're thinking they were forced out a interrupt out of Sensei already, and just trying to press the defensive button, or maybe trying to force an interrupt out of Sensei. You're getting booped around in a demon form. Literally able to fly over it. It's playing that 2-minute metamorphosis. So I wonder what Covenant... Oh, God. Straight Charmstrong again. With a quick end cap. I love the way it looks, though. I love the way it looks. Gonna be Elvin trying to see if he can reconnect back to Sensei. It's gonna be a big old I-beam after that stun. Sensei with a karma. And Elvin might just have to pop a defensive darkness coming down, trying to deal with the karma as well as the Fist of Fury damage. Quick end cap on the Sensei as they're looking to break out of there. And Elvin, do they have anything to follow? Blade Dance right after, got himself a bit of a fell rush, and looking like they're going to back up out of there completely. Blur is back up and available. Could use that blur to potentially get some damage onto the monk. Is going to get hit with an in-cap. Sensei is looking for a full recovery behind the pillar. Elvin is going to have to wait until maybe they get another I-beam. It's definitely going to have to go for like a stun I-beam and get a lot of healing back from Sensei. Definitely that's exactly what's going to happen. I-beam, Blade Dance with a first aid, but that's when is going to be stopping you from that. And Elvin's just looking for anything to give him a little bit of health. The demon spawns in, is going to be able to pick up some healing from it. Potentially could go for a flesh cut. Leg sweep as it get clotheslined by Sensei. I think it's going to be over. Quick touch of death taking him out. That was a weird game. Was Sensei apparently getting 4 kills? I didn't even realize it. I guess Sensei did kill the Pally, Shammy, Demon Hunter, and the Hunter. I guess actually, yeah, it was a weird game, man. That was a weird game. Let's go with another one, boys. Let's get a bit of that variety. This time, see if we can just go for the roles like everybody else. Night King Chicago and Belly, the Death Knight that took over for Belly's team. I need to have you added. If you're in chat, my guy, let me know what your real ID is at. And I can add you if you still have a group. Otherwise, we can queue these boys again. Because Wild Dip needs a chance to play, dude. Wild Dip needs an opportunity to play. Sunset Pocket did pretty well. It definitely did pretty well. That was a weird game, man. It was a weird game. It was another one of long games with, again, Seaward just getting a class that is just not a perfect matchup against it, dude. The Shaman. The Enhancement Shaman and I feel like Feral Druid are the two classes. Because Feral you can't poly. Enhancement is a lot of ways for Enhancement to deal with a mage, like purging all the shields, interrupting them from afar, grounding totem. It's almost like just a hard counter. You know what I mean? There's a lot of potential with Arcane Mage. But depending what class you're gonna play. Got damped? Yeah, it's another class that Demon Hunter doesn't really do super well in dampening. Needs low dampening in order to heal a ton. Okay. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, the damage, yeah, I agree with you on that. Now, can you add the DK? He's the leader of our group? What's his real ID? How do I add him? I can add, if he added me. Has he added me? Is he Liddy, Link, Silver, Jorgen, Field Lord? Dalaran hashtag 1340. He's more than welcome to add me. Night King, ready to go. I want to get him back in. What's up, dude? Dropping a like. What's up, Jordan? I do, my man. I'll be having a good one, my guy. How you doing, my boy? Welcome. Damn. Yeah, that I saw that. That's quite a bit. It's quite a bit. Is it Tust? Is it Tust 1? Potentially? What's his related, Big Mo? And we'll get him in, man. Because we'll get you guys on a rotation. Belcher was the leader of that group, but I want to get you guys in there. You got Fang in that group too. So I think we're going to get Fang in that group. In Chicago. Potentially look at that Fang. Fang has been joining these duels quite regularly. Do I have him added? By any chance? I don't know, Big Mo. Are you Fang? Fangrel? I could get you added too. Either the DK or you. All you have to do is just open up the group in the gym, be like, yo boys, we got a group, and they'll usually hop on in. Is the DK Tust? Is that him? Is that him? Tust? Is that the guy? I just did a confirmation. I think I need, yes, okay. Is that the DK? Yeah, I am. Wait, you're Fang or is that Tust? Are you the Tust? I think I had my old name tag. I'll work. I don't know if it works though. I think we had an old name or tag. I don't know what that is. Big Mo? Alright. Well, I got Big Mo added. That'll work. And Big Mo, is that Fang? Big Mo. Hey, Fang! Let's go! That note. Fang, Fury, Warrior from 5V5 1v1 Duels. Alright, if you lead, we can get you in here. That's kind of crazy. I need to try it myself, Seawork. I need to give that on a go, man. You got a Hordy, right? We could maybe play some games together. You can show me the ropes, show me the way. We got a Healy friend. Get a quick 2400 maybe with it. Or 2200 at the very least. Okay, well I got you added. Let me see. If you're a lead, and make sure you delist. He's an E-lad. He's lead. If he passes you lead, then I can queue you guys. If he passes you lead real quick, then I can queue. Beat DK? Okay, well I got beat. Okay, I don't have room apparently. Okay, somebody's gonna have to go. Pink T-Rex, 27 days. Player, 29 days. Okay, well P-Blood, I don't know if I'll be able to see him anytime soon because it's been a while now. Okay, BDK, I can add him real quickly. BDK, I can do. Nice, got him. Beat. Okay, set note. Here we go. I can't spell. Nice. I'm the DK. What's up, my guy? Let me see if I can queue up. Let's hope you guys are not in LFG right now. Beat and spectator match. Beat and Night King. Random arenas. We're gonna switch it back into randoms, boys. And I think I'm gonna go. I think we're gonna go as long as we got groups, boys. I think we're gonna keep going as long as we got groups. I'm having a lot of fun with these. 2 days ago, I asked to take Mythic tonight. I went back possible DPS event to prod, asked PI and pick 38k. Let's go. When our group is logging, all good. Let me know when you're ready and we'll be good to go, bud. All good, all good. Let me know when you're good and we'll be good. I'm thinking we keep going while we got groups, boys. Why not, right? I'm willing to watch till I find the best. Death Knight. You find the best? What do you mean? Night King. Have you not seen? Have you seen Beat? Beat, Night King. We got what's that one Russian DK? Arc? No. Entobanon. Have you seen that guy? He's really good on Unholy. He's really good on Unholy. Also, Jesus is not bad himself either. Literally named Jesus. I mean, do you believe in Jesus? Because after watching that man, I do. I'm a believer. Tiger's Peak. We got the Tigers peeking around the corner. Peeking from the peaks. I like it. Alrighty, boys, let's get another one going, boys. Let's go. Switch. Jesus King is pretty good. It's pretty good. Don't forget it. We got BDK over for the team 1 as Unholy. We got ourselves D's. Gonna be going nuts in the arena. Got ourselves Imora. We got ourselves Fang as a Fury Warrior, looking like a warlord. And we got ourselves Shiryu coming back to these 5v5 duels. We got ourselves over Team 1 Chill Pills on a Frost. We got ourselves Seamark on Arcane. Little Love says on a hole on Frost. Oh, I like the mug. I like the spectacles. Or not spectacles, but like what, goggles? I like the weapon. It looks so good with this set. It actually fits so well with this set. We got Sensei on that team as well as Wildim the boy. Just hanging out on them candles. Oh my god, what are you doing? My camera bugs out. Oh my god, why do I find that so funny? It looks like Little Lopes is going to be first up on a big old, what do you even call this mount? Big old Fel Elemental? Kind of like a broken apart or shackled Infernal. It's going to be playing the Frost DK, Sapper, and Morai. It looks like Little Lopes is playing Resolve. Wait, this Death Knight is playing Resolve? What? It's gonna get hit with the longest kidney shot in the world. Gonna be an IBF. This has got himself the A-bomb limb. Gonna be sprouting out of his body. Gonna be him right trying to see if he can back away. Lil Lopes is gonna probably grip him back in. Gonna be a clock shots for Rogue. He's just trying to see if he can break the gap. Lil Lopes is gonna maybe potentially a grip onto Imurai. I don't know if he's got a grip anymore. It looks like Imurai is gonna be able to get himself a proper reset. Lil Lopes is hanging out next to him. Gonna be a sap with a Resolve Trinket. Next kid in the shot is going to be deadly. He won't have a way out. Actually, he won't have a human rage for it, won't he? As Imurai is going to be able to sap it through. Potentially human racial here is going to have the human racial. Lil Lopes take a lot of damage though by the Rogue. He got some big old eviscerates. And Lil Lopes starting to keep the pressure onto the Rogue, but it looks like the Rogue is dancing around the DK. And I think he's trying to go for the Shadow Step juke. It's gonna be Lil Lopes getting himself with the smallest line of sight ever with a bit of that, like, bit of that podium, bit of that fence pillar. Gonna be a kidney shot, cheap shot onto Lil Lopes. And he's just gonna die to the kidney shot. Got himself the pet summoned and sacrificed immediately. Lil Lopes retaining all the defense in the world, but Lil Lopes does end up going down. That Resolve Trinket was an interesting play. Since it looking to catch up to Imurai and take him out of the game. He's trying to hit an MRI so hard that man's gonna have to go in to a doctor to get an MRI, see what happened to him. Get a shot onto Sensei. It's going to be a big old Resolve Trinket or Resenter Trinket. Big damage to Sensei might be in big trouble. It's going to be the big old Aegis. It's going to give him a lot of absorb, but Sensei is still under ton of pressure. Got himself a mad amount of healing from Wild Imp, but I think that Wild Imp Hellstone proc together with a BDB. I think he literally got a heal from BDB off of that Hellstone. That's crazy. Going to be a sap onto Sensei. As he's going to get CC'd out. Playing the not Resolve Trinket, the Relentless Trinket, so it's gonna sit stuns a little bit less long. As a full burst comes out of Imurai, Sensei had to make a play. What was that burst out of the Rogue? The Rogue just went in and popped off. It's gonna be a Shadow Step blinking around Sensei, just literally dancing around this guy, not letting him touch him. Imurai got some big bursts behind him. Gonna be a full flash cut back up for Sensei as he gets random props of BDB just drop it on him. We're just gonna give him some healing capability, but also damage if he drops on an enemy. Imurai putting up with the kidney shot. Sensei does not have a human ritual, I don't think, here at this point. So Imurai just trying to see if he can get some damage. He's going to go for that shiv. Sensei dropping a BDB on him as a proc. I don't think it's actually him dropping BDBs on himself. I think it's a little proc. Imurai looking for the reset. Does get away from Sensei. If anything, he built up a little bit of calm points. Got a kidney shot, built up to calm points, used a quick shiv, and got himself a bit of a reset. And I think he might take those calm points into another kidney shot. I think this man might not be playing a Mark for Death. I think he's playing a deeper strat. Stab at Sensei. Does he have himself a go? Or does he play it? No, he is marked for death. He's going to go for a mark for death. Kyrian burst. Potentially a big setup for Sensei. He's going to go for another cheap shot. No, he couldn't quite get the cheap shot. Then leave a break in between the stuns. It's going to be Lexi, but Imara does not have Trinket. But Severe locking him down. Might be in big trouble. He's going to go for evasion. He's going to be able to dodge a lot of the damage from Sensei. Quick disarm onto the rogue. He's able to still do a bit of AoE damage to generate some sort of complex with Sensei. Get himself a bit of a sippy cup. Potentially Kyrian sippy cup on top of it. Lots of healing. So must have a sippy cup from Kyrian. Get a shot of Sensei. Does he have any damage to follow? Shadow Blades, potential cheap shot. Going to be a quick karma setup by Sensei. MRI could get Sensei low enough and then blind him out, which I think that's what might he do. Going to be a cloak. The Zuen is not letting this rogue out at all. Cast advantage coming back up very, very soon. Might just have to burn it as soon as possible. Shadow step past Sensei. Trying to see if he can hold on to that vanish. Next leg sweep or next with Fury, he might just have to use it. He's going to get super, super low on health. Sensei popping out big defensive. Got him some spinning crane kick to maybe hopefully get the rogue out, but isn't quite able to. Imurai got himself so low on health at some point. Quick vanish though. Lets him escape the burst out of the monk. At least for the time being. Sap out of Sensei. Potentially Imurai going for the kiddo shot. Another Kyrian burst is going to be Resident Trinket and Sensei. We're going to break out of it. Cheap shot. Oh! Got the cheap shot in between. Sensei went for an in cap and then kind of stuck a little bit close to that Trinket. A little close to it. Imurai even popped the Trinket off to the side. Not on top of the guy, but off to the side. And in a way, Sensei kind of walked into that thing. My goodness. Wild Imp is going to be up next. Got himself that pet spinning to win, picking up the eye, trying to see if he can proactive versus the stroke. So far, you just watch the monk get blasted out. The demon dog is joining in. That's going to be Tyrant coming out immediately as the obelisk is down. Imari does not have a vanish, does not have a thug. This rogue might actually be in big trouble. Get a shot on him. Imp. That's going to be Tyrant getting a perfect angle. Going to be big decimated bolts. And I think it's going to be over. Imari had barely any health. It's going to get slowed. And the Tyrant just blasted him out as he just tried to see if he could jump over the barrier. Blasted the boy out of the game completely. With Fang going to be up next as the Fury Warrior looking to see if he can dismantle this army of demons versus Wild Imp. As Wild Imp is kind of waddling towards his gateway. Wants to make sure he's got plenty of that mobility. Got some souls on the Fang with a stun to follow. Potentially going to be a bunch of pets. Going to be handle Guldans. He's getting a bunch of imps in there. If only he had a Tyrant to follow. And it's going to be the Dark Iron Racial getting used really, really early. I guess he doesn't have a trigger from the rogue, so you might as well use it here. Bang, could go for a leap. He's gonna go for a big banner. Full burst available. Potentially looking at the biggest damage was Wild Imp. Trying to see if he can chop right through him. It's gonna be Trinket. Gonna be the obelisk down for Wild Imp. Got himself wall, so at least he's able to free cast. It's gonna be Fang going for a reckless Zerker's Rage rather, in order to make himself immune to any fears. And Fang only has this pet to keep attacking. Wild Imp doesn't get a port out of the way. Fang getting hit with a stun. Wild Imp using the Kevin Slime just to generate more imps. Could potentially get himself a Tyrant back up really, really soon. I think he's just looking for procs. Flash cut out for Fang. No way to interrupt it. Does interrupt it at last second. Gonna be a Mortal Coil potentially. I don't want a Wild Imp. Does not want a Mortal Coil into the reflect. I think it might be over. Wild Imp just leaves. It's Fang just end up crushing right through his defense and offense. Chupa's gonna be up next. Fang is gonna have to play very, very defensive here. No more Trinket for the Fury Warrior. Is gonna have to go for, I think, a Rage Regeneration in order to heal as much as possible versus Chill Pills. Does he have a disarm or anything? He's gonna have to go very, very defensive here. Reflect is up, leaping away. There's gonna be Grippy Hand with yet another stun. Fang just might be going down here. Does he have any more healing to follow? It's gonna be Frostworm's Fury and Chilpos doesn't a blast in him. With BDK charging in versus Chilpos, potentially could get a big setup. Flash cut around the corner. Chilpa's looking for that recovery. Quick interrupt, but BDK as Chilpa's trying to avoid the pets. Can he go and control? Can he go and control and dead on the A-bomb? I think he might be able to. If he casts a spell, he might be able to put it under his control. Do Dead have access to that ability? Control and dead? They do. Because I know in keys you do it. I know in certain Mythic Plus keys you would do it. Chilpa's getting hit with some stones back to back. BDK continuing the pressure. Chilpa's looks like he's recovered a lot of from all the bursts of the unholy DK so far. But it's still an army of the dead chasing after him. Does get Spell Ward and proc it back to back. Deathpack getting used really, really early. It's looking like he's going to set up for a big old stun versus BDK, who does have an IBF here. Chilpa's just trying to see if he can cut right through the guy. Going to be that IBF, and Chilpa's just continuing to get as much pressure into BDK as best as possible. Trying to let those glacial advances really go right through. Flash cut around the corner. Does get interrupted the last second. BDK does recover quite a bit of health though. Chilpas, does he have a ghoul to summon of his own? I don't think he does. At least he has the ghouls of BDK to siphon health from. Stun onto Chill Pills. And it's going to be BDK with that swarm ramping up even more damage, potentially going to amp up his pet. Does get to amp up the pet. The Chilpa's just going to root the pet in place. Actually just going to put it out in the open, put it with a slow. BDK is missing quite a good portion of his damage. That actually is super unfortunate. The pet is still slowed. The pet is super far away on the other side of the pillar. Chilpa's can slow down this pet by quite a bit. Blinder to BDK as well as the pets. Can he take control of the A-bomb? Is that a thing you can do? I think he's just going to chop right through it. Got himself the A-bomb with that swarm proccing that spell ward, and so it's going to give Triples actually quite a bit of survivability against magic damage. Quite a lot of damage from BTK's Shadow. 7 spell warden hitting his health, hitting the shield instead of his health is actually quite good. Especially with the swarm doing like little teensy little bit of damage at a time. Could be pretty good. Triples with a stun to BTK as he got himself full A-bomb limit and chops the boy up. But D's going to be up next. Is your pet's name Nuts? Because it'd be kind of perfect with D's and Nuts. D's Nuts. Chupa's getting hit with a stun around the corner. No way out of this one. Does IBF it actually, or something? Maybe it's just a really short stun. Has AMS come back up decent? No health whatsoever. What happened to this man? Oh my goodness, this man took one obliterate. And he's at this point of health right now. He does have to pull the bed back and maybe go for a full reset. Even Kevin Simon gonna pull back. He needs to go for a man advantage and everything. Jill Bill's got himself full runic power. He might just have to sit down and go for some mage food. He does have a mage on his team, so at least he's able to get himself a bit of reset, forcing D's out in the open, forcing him to advance towards shield pills, and at least prevent the death net from being able to top himself off. But at 26% dampening, that food still got a bit of healing. Oh, don't kill the Vombata mount, the Vombata pet. They're kind of cute. You got the red version. My goodness, D's health. You're just getting blasted out in half. That's going to be quick blind. Trinket out of him. Might have to go for charge. Oh my goodness. And Shiryu the last one left. Chilpa's walking into some IBF, AMS, every cooldown available. IBF and out of this one immediately. And Shiryu dropping down the grenade. Chilpa's walking out of it. AMS and for that Zoan. There's going to be Big Fist of Fury. Pairing him up quite a bit. Has a death back in case he needs to. Lichborn trying to use whatever runic power he's got in order to death coil himself back up to full. Might just have to Lichborn in what's the worst. He's going to activate some resources. Potentially could blind the monk. Might just have to go for a blind if he has one. Chain of Ice might be able to break away. If you can just Chain of Ice him long enough and walk away until his health is gone and not necrotic anymore, he might be okay. Trying to recover, but it's going to be touch of death. Was not given a chance at all. With Seavark last one left over on team 2. Trying to see if he might be able to get in there. And potentially finish the fight. Shiryu just burned quite a lot of cooldowns versus Chill Pill, so he's out in the open. Gonna be full Arcana Sphere. Trinkets out of it. In cap. Oh, okay. This man got some moves. He got that Trinket. Is Seavark literally just... Seavark could wait until the next Arcana Sphere. Actually, he could wait until next Touch of the Magi. 45 seconds. I think he could literally just go for a shifting power and then just get a cooldowns back quicker. He could just use shifting power. Yeah, land another polymorph out of Wisdom to Shiryu, and I think there's no way to stop it this time. He's gonna have to burn karma and everything. Flash cut up. Shiryu just trying to make sure he's tanked up as best as possible. Seavark does blink near him. Into a quick in cap. Seavark should be able to blink out of it. Worst to worst, got himself all the time in case his health really drops low. That's probably going to be a tempo on top of it. Landing a polymorph. I think he's got everything. Shouldn't power. Touch of the Magi. Arcana Sphere. Let's see how big it is. Let's see how good it is. Does he have a port? Shiryu is going to be getting ported out, but it's actually still on his side. Seavark is going to try to see if he can disengage to him. It's going to be a defuse magic. Reduce as much of the magic damage as possible. Seavark got plenty of damage with this man either way. It's going to be able to keep blasting even after the touch of the Magi is gone. Even after the diffuse magic is gone. Missiles is still going to be chipping away at Shiryu. If he got himself full arcane power. Ooh, this barrage is going to be deadly. Panda with the rune of power. Arcane blast into potentially barrage. Ooh, Shiryu. One more barrage and I think it's over. Let's see if we can get back over to you. One more barrage, it could be really bad for you. Shiryu trying to get himself as many vilifies as possible. He's going to get slowed down by the frostbolts from the image. And that's going to be Seavark rooting him out in the open. Ice block just to break away that karma. Trying to see if he can go for a chicken touch of Magi. Actually can't do anything about it. Arcane blasted back to back into the barrage. How did this man still alive? Knocking it back for a sec. Touch of Magic has it at him, right? Yeah, it doesn't get it. It does get him. My goodness. I was just waiting like, oh, he's got it? Maybe? Seavark with 3? Wait, who did he kill for 3? Wait, how did he do 3? When did he do 3? I thought Chill was did 2. That was actually a lot of back and forth there, man. We had the Rogue popping off, we had the Warlock bringing it back, Fang popped in, and then Chilpos walked out. Salam and Big Frosted Strikes had these boys. And then Seavark finishing off with Shiryu ending up taking the king down real quickly. Let's go another one, boys. If you guys still got groups, let's keep going, man. Chicago, potentially. We could maybe get Chicago versus Beat. That could be fun. Who got groups, boys? Who got groups? Who got gang? We got the boys in here. I can keep going for a little while longer. Gotta get some players. Sounds good, Night King. Chicago Beat. Do you guys get groups? 5? Let's go. Beat. Do you have a 5-man still ready? Because we'll queue with Chicago immediately. Good game? Hell yeah. Did he dark pact at 100% HP? I don't think he dark packed at 100% HP. I think he dark packed it, which put him to 100% HP, but I could be wrong. Wait, are you talking about the Warlock? 5? Okay. If you got a 5-man still ready to go, we can get you queued. We're locking my main, sounds good. Let me know when you're ready. I'll get you with Chicago. We'll do random arena yet again. We got to see Arcade Mitch, got Jordan. We got to see, dude, you should have been earlier. You should have been here earlier when Seawork popped off on a warrior and then I had a 25-minute duel with a feral druid. 25 minutes, it literally went nowhere. I don't think there was a winner in that one. It literally went down to like the timer for the war game was about to be up at like 26 minutes or something. Literally, it was about to run out of time. They went to 100% dampening and still crazy. It was still going crazy. Interesting. Wait. Yeah. Yeah, that is interesting. Wait, how do you achieve that? Okay, Seawork is showing me some secret tech. I can't share it with you guys, but I'm loving the secret tech. It was a hell of a game. Nobody won that one. Literally ran out of time. I don't think I can put that one on YouTube ever. Big arms more tanky, melee Fury into range. Fury does more overall arms, does more burst. Yeah. Fury just kind of took over, man. It's got a lot of survivability. It's got a lot of consistent pressure. It's just a ton. Yeah. So I guess you did a little bit of that extra cheesiness with it. You stuck it in. Okay. I see what you mean. Damn, though. And you surviving with that? I mean, some of those numbies, man. One stat in particular. You surviving with that, though? That's crazy. Again, try to keep the secret tech secret. We got a switch. We got a one guy missing over on team 2, but hopefully they'll be able to get in. We got ourselves Batman over as a wait, is this BDK as Batman? Is that his main? I think we had Batman join us before as a Retribution Paladin. We got ourselves Imurai as a rogue. We got ourselves Fang in the back. We got ourselves Caution Eggs. We got ourselves Shiryu in the back. It looks like Imurai is gonna have to go versus CBZ. Oh, it's actually gonna be Jacinta as an Elemental Shaman Draenei. We haven't seen Elemental Shamans here in a while. As Jacinta is slowly walking. I'm not sure if this walking is on purpose slowly. We're trying to go for an honor duel. This man is literally in walking. You gotta speed up. You gotta sprint. Imurai is looking for a bit of a reset. It's gonna be a Flame Shock still sitting on him with a Fire Elemental hanging around him. If Jacinta got himself the tier set, that could be a lot of lava bursts back to back, especially with the instant cast 20% more damn big damage on him. Imurai though, Jacinta might have to pop a defensive or something. Anything here, Lightning Lasso on the Rogue is gonna trick it and just end up executing him just like that. My goodness, we are missing still one more over for the team 2, or iFox to Chicago to start to play as if they got a 5th. They have to play one-man army, kind of build, get a shot on Chicago, but Imurai taking a bit of damage. Ghost Raptors doing quite a bit of work. Gonna be a massive chain harvest on Imurai. Trying to see if he can drop down a Resident Trinket with Chicago, but is gonna end up walking out of it quite quickly. And Imurai looking for a reset. Looks like he still has a Flame Shock rolling on him. Chicago needs to re-engage with him. Quick stab by the Rogue. He got himself steel dots rolling in. Just looking to see if he can leap away from Chicago. Going for a bit of a reset. Chicago is going to be able to pick up the eye. Worst to worst. One eye here, one eye there. In the back, they just came up, actually, I think. And Imurai making sure they get himself a proper reset versus Chicago. Get a quick kidney shot. Looking to get some curing bursts. Chicago could be in big trouble if Imurai gets a bunch of crits here. I imagine this man is playing either. Imagine he's not playing 100% crit Lego, is he? Maybe he is. I think a lot of rogues right now rotated into Finality for sub. Or as an Orc rogue, they can also play Sifu's Legendary, which gives them resources like secondary stats every time they'll land CC, and like I think a 15-second CD or a 30-second CD. And also less duration in CC. Chicago might be in big trouble right here, though. That's going to be lots of damage out of this rogue. Big burst in Chicago with a cheap shot. I think it's over. Oh, wasn't really given much of a chance. As soon as they popped the Trinket, there's only so much they can really do. And the Imurai basically just ended up resetting on him. CBZ is going to have to hold the fort. Going to be a Shadow Strike out of the Rogue just to get some calm points. I think landing himself a kidney shot to go versus CBZ. So that's exactly what he does. Got the kidney shot. CC in the bed behind the pillar. There's no way for him to really stop it. Wall up for CBZ. Going to be a stun onto Imurai for a second. Maybe has a Mortal Coil to follow. Looks like CBZ lagging pretty badly. Maybe potentially get back in. It looks like they finally got back in. Maybe Mortal Coil versus the Rogue. Cannot really do it while the Rogue has a Cloak of Shadows. I think it may be over. I think it's just a seed. I think it's actually just a seed. Super unfortunate, as iFox looking for a bit of a reset himself. Got a fleshcraft at the ready. MRI in the smoke bomb is gonna end up getting flared out. Fox is gonna have to play for the whole team here. Stone Chain Mirai gonna be checking out of the rogues to try to see if he can dodge out of the resonant Trinket. Going for the big shadow strikes versus iFox as much as possible. Gonna be the big carrying burst. And Mirai getting hit with a freezing trail as he got himself that evasion. And iFox go for the mending bandages, trying to see if he can get himself a bit of recovery. He needs to get some kind of root to separate away from the rogue as best as he can. He's going to be dropping down traps, but it looks like he's not really able to get away from the rogue. The shadows are just getting him around all of these traps, getting another lockdown onto iFox. And he's going for back-to-back mystery cheap shot to follow. Gonna get stunned on the pet, so iFox cannot get any benefits from the pet. Blind onto iFox. Maybe the pet back in there. I think he got himself a re-application of that 100's mark just to make sure he knows the rogue is going to go for that reset. Should be able to get the pet on him. Gonna be that freezing trap, stopping in place as he goes in for a shadow strike. And iFox gives himself a lot of recovery. Could potentially go for 100's mark, feint, and maybe a camo. Potentially, I think he's setting up some traps. Maybe he's trying to go for a camo. Send the pet at him. Definitely could get the rogue out in the combat. And he knows there's going to be a trap sitting there for him. He knows there's a trap waiting. Can the shot? I think it might be over. Is iFox just dead? Yeah. MRI just taking the boys out. That's a really quick duel. 1v4 for that man. Damn. We got to go again, dude. We got to get a real duel in here. 4-minute duel. We got to get a big one in here. We got to get a... one where everybody gets to just play. Unfortunately, Chicago had one person missing, but maybe we'll be able to go. Yo, Night King, let me know if you got a group. I'm sure BDK has a group of boys that still want to get a chance to play, because only the rogue got to play. And then we're going to get Chicago. Potentially, if they have a fifth now, maybe we can get it back in, yeah? 4 out of 5. Night King just needs one more, boys. Over the Team Alliance would be good to go. As NA is actually catching up to EU. I think maybe even getting past EU at this point. That's actually kind of cool. Yeah, that'd be really awesome, actually, Seavark. I see where your logic comes from. Yeah, I like that you're experimenting and trying different things. Yeah, I think you had to be thinking outside the box and try different stuff. Especially for that spec. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Chicago got 5. Yo, BTK, do you still have a 5-man ready to go? Because we could send Chicago real quick against you. This rogue is an animal, though. You got to give him credit, dude. People hate dueling rogues, and some people really hate seeing rogues in duels because it's like, oh, rogue must be really easy. Night King is ready. DK relogging. Give it a second. Give it a second. We have 4. We can still queue. I think if Chicago got 5, Night King got 5, we can get Night King with Chicago and we can beat DK once he got a 5-man. Never mind. Wait. Trying to figure out who's got a 5-man so we can queue against each other, boys. Night King says DK relog, and Chicago says NVM. Beat says he got 4, needs 1 more. If somebody wants to join Team Horde, I don't know if BDK has himself listed in LFG, but if he lists himself in custom PvP of the 5V5 1v1 duels, ready? Okay, let's do Night King versus Beat then. Let's do Beat and Night King. Get him back in there. Rogue dude was crazy. He did well. He did do it really well. All arenas. Let's see if we can get us in, boys. Oh, didn't queue. Hold on. We go again. 3, 2, 1. That should work, hopefully. Because that queue said join queue. It's not doing something. Wait, is for Night King DK still relogging? Maybe I'm queuing way too early. Night King, let me know when you're ready. Beat. I think somebody on Team Night King isn't ready, so that's why it's not queuing up. We'll get it going as soon as we can. Night King, let me know when you're ready. So DK is relogging. I would imagine it would be like what, like a 1 minute relog, 2-second relog, 1 minute. Maybe I guess it could be 1 minute. I feel like I have like a really slow PC. I think everybody been on that toaster PC grind. You know what I mean? Trying to play games on your PC, just barely hanging in there by the skin of its teeth. Chicago is ready though, so we could get BDK versus Chicago. We could do that. Although I think those two just duel each other, right? But Beat, most of the team didn't really get a chance to play. Night King, let me know if you're ready. Because I definitely want to get Chicago another chance. We'll give it like a couple seconds. Ready? Okay, we'll do Night King and Beat real quick. Or Chicago and Night King? Chicago and Night King haven't got to do each other in a while, have they? Let's do Night King and Chicago because it looks like Beat listed for LFG. We'll do it like that. We'll do Night King and Chicago and we'll do Beat right after because it looks like Beat just listed for LFG. Blackrock Hole, my favorite arena. One of my favorites for sure. Hope everybody's having a wonderful evening, by the way. Boys, thank you guys for chilling. Oh, look at the breeze. Wait, I'm in. Are you actually? Oh, look at the breeze. Look at them shadow priests. Yo, Luna, make sure you swap out of that light swap. I don't think priests really need a light swap anymore. Or wood shift, I think it's called. I think that's the actual name. I don't think you necessarily need it. But yeah. Feel free to run any other PvP talent you wish, fam. Yeah. All right, let's get ourselves another one going, boys. Man, after that duel, we can do had some of the fastest duels tonight. And also we had one of the longest in, I think, history of duels. That's crazy. Honestly, kind of nuts. Switch. We got ourselves a team one to go with Amen. Looking to see if they can send these boys to the Shadow Realm together with Luna Healer as a Jenna, another Shadow Priest. We got ourselves CBZs. We got ourselves iFox. We got ourselves Chicago. All right, to go on the green. Actually, the mount kind of matches the rest of your mod. Get a big old Nether Ray. Look at all toxic. Look at all green. And you got ourselves a green backpack. Gonna be a little up first with the resolve chicken. Still sticking to those resolve guns. Trying to see if he can buzz right through Chicago as they got himself a wall. And he just freaking goes to Zero. She got himself a lot of self-healing. Gonna be potentially lots of mounts from Silence and Fall. Chicago might just need to Trinket out of this one. Trying to see if they might be able to little suck it up. Such a follow is gonna go for Trinket self-heal everything. Oh my goodness. Trying to see if he can stop the DK in the place for a second. Gonna be that Death's Advance so they can give himself a little bit of movement. Gonna be a blind on to Chicago. Are they actually alive? How are they still alive? What is going on? Could be an interrupt by the DK. Does go for an interrupt with a flash cut to follow. Chicago was able to bait an interrupt out of the Death Knight and was able to capitalize on that flash cut. Little Loves is going to have to back up out of there. Has all the defense in the world. Is going to have to wait for cooldowns for at least 15 seconds until the next pillar is available. Maybe we'll line up together with the Remorseless Winter. That opened by the Death Knight was super scary. And the fact that Chicago didn't pop every defensive immediately, rotated him instead, was insane in my opinion. Does get to finally catch up of hell, sending out all the best. Little Love's getting blasted out with a Storm Strike, slamming the boy down into the ground. We got ourselves also, oh man, wait, nom. Literally, that's your name. I like your mog, by the way. Oh my god, this dude looks like Chad. Yo, look at this guy. I like the Liberum. He got the Holy Pally artifact weapon. He got the book there too. It looks so good. He's actually a red though. We got Chupos over in team 2 or team 1. We got DH Sama. DH Sama and War Machine over in the back with DH Sama. Gonna be up next. I like a DH. That's like DH Sama. Oh, I like that set. Is that elite set? Wait, that actually looks so good. That looks so sleek. I've never seen the Demon Hunter elite set. I kind of want to get that on my Demon Hunter now. I look sleek. I don't think even in PTR we've never seen Demon Hunter fully wear one. I think there was always like bits and pieces here and there, but never like a full mog of this. That looks so good. That looks incredible. That actually looks such a good looking set, especially in that color scheme. Chicago's looks like he's going to back up out of there. DH Sama giving him perfect opportunity to get himself a complete reset. Complete redo. And he's going to be able to charge in, rolling over acrobatically. Quick stun on Chicago as they're going to go for a trinket really early on. IBM for DH Sama is going to get hit with an interrupt. DH is looking to maybe get himself a better angle. Looks like they're going to back out while the Ghost Raptors are on him. Chicago slinging in a quick primordial bolt. And that's going to be DH in that bear form behind the pillar. It's playing that Night Phase, so at least it gives you a little bit of a idea of what they're playing. Using the bear form and soul shape to get himself a little bit of healing over time while in soul shape with a conduit. I think from Naya, they're able to get healing over time while in soul shape. So that's exactly, or maybe Corain, big metamorphosis over Chicago is going to be able to slam down on him. Big old IBM right after, trying to see if he can break through a flesh skin. It's going to go for a quick old charge around the corner, still holding on to that Night Fate burst. Is going to have to take down the totem, does it and slice it out with a single chaos strike, trying to keep the pressure onto Chicago, not really giving him much of breathing room. Chicago needs some kind of slow onto DH in order to be able to get him out of there. Going to be that Aegis Trinket. And the DH someone knows he don't want to go for the big burst while the Aegis is up. Does not want a lot of that nature damage, especially from Nightfear Covenant ability, the Hunt. absorb into that ability at all. Gonna be a stun onto GH with Chicago taking big damage from the HUD. The HUD doesn't move at all, but the dots and the damage pressure right after is gonna be massive. He needs someone just ends up slicing and dicing right through him. With a quick stun by Amin, going in for the big PI. This is going to be a Syphon, going to take it out quickly. And the HDMI blinking around, got him interrupt on the flesh cut from Amin. It's going to be continuing the assault as the Demon Hunter just blasts him out. The Mages of the Dead joins in for the Shadow Priest. That's going to offer him quite a bit of extra damage. The HDMI is just going to have to stay aggressive with Amin. It's going to be Greater Fate with the stun to follow. Doesn't have a Trinket, doesn't get a human racial out of it. That's going to be a potential mind games or mind control, but does get disrupted with just damage alone. I think wonderful would go for a mind control and then stop. Is mind control on a holy spellcast tree, or is that on a shadow cast tree? I don't remember. I think maybe that's why they interrupted it, because they didn't want to get the disappear completely. Let's go, Samai. Is that somebody you know, Sensei? Or is that you, by the way, on an alt? Because it could potentially be you on an alt. Be like, yeah, let's get some, but it's like, it's you. You're just your own biggest cheerleader. Which I think, honestly, you should be your own biggest cheerleader. You should believe in you that believes in yourself. You know what I mean? That's the true you that you gotta believe in. Thinking of DH somehow, I'm literally got weeb quotes popping out of me, dude. Good friend? Hell yeah, dude. They're popping off. 5 minutes into the duel, dampening finally rolling in. Dots are up at the DH somehow. Does get hit with a... I think he tried to go for Shadow Mode for a second there earlier, wasn't he? Gonna be Resonant Trinket versus Amin. Got him in the stun. That's gonna be Mages of the Dead. Big hunt, massive damage. Amin has a Greater Fate at the last second. Does get the extra shadow spawning in for them. Should be able to do quite a bit of damage to the H. Somebody's gonna be getting another stun as Amin trying to go for as much self recovery. It's gonna be Vampire Priest getting quite a lot of value healing. Quick fear on GH Sama, trying to see if he can finish off. The Priest is able to do it. Burned a lot of defense in order to make it happen. Has Metamorphosis coming back in 2 minutes. Kick him back up in a bit. 40 seconds on that blur. Darkness back up. Has reverse magic. I was about to say diffuse, but it's actually reverse. And it's going to be able to get a little bit of health recovery while in soul shape. Every few seconds, getting a little bit of percentage healing. iFox skulking around with a big old camo. It's going to be Death Chakra to follow. Dear Sama, get hit with the sun. Is definitely going to go for darkness. I don't know if this man got any kind of healing. Is gonna... Oh, I think it's just going to be over. Just a quick kill shot with iFox, not giving the boy an opportunity. And that's going to be War Machined up next. Swapping the wrong person completely, but it's going to end up eating a steel trap. Eating a couple of grenades, trying to see if he can leap over to iFox. Definitely needs to make sure he gets a clean charge, maybe even a reflect for that freezing trap as iFox gets himself a proper opener. Machine popping up a Trinket that's going to be his own. Trinket with full cooldowns rolling over to iFox. Got himself in regeneration, banner up and everything. It's going to be a steel trap up in place. I think going for that Trinket was maybe a little ballsy with a freezing trap. I think he was trying to maybe create an element of surprise, but iFox should be able to kite him out with a charge trap. Someone died down, walk out a bit, another freezing trap, keeping him away. It's going to be able to go for a big death chakra. More chakra is going to send in. It's going to be lots of damage. Big grenades on the War Machine. As he got himself a flash cut, trying to see if he can avoid as much of the damage as possible. Quick fear onto the pet as well as the hunter. Potentially can maybe pick up some damage. Going to be iFox going for a quick feint death. War Machine, if he has himself a reflect for the next freezing trap, he could maybe be able to reverse it back into iFox. Stun onto the warrior, and iFox, you're just going to get a little bit of damage, then put him back on ice. Trying to keep the full control over the warrior as best as possible. The Daz, the chakrams, the grenades going to be a big lead for the warrior. As iFox goes for a quick feint death. The warrior support is just going to have to maybe back behind the pillar and maybe go for as much self-heal as possible. Does get himself a little bit of heal with an impending victory as iFox kind of chills over next to the wall. I think maybe waiting now for the next guy. It's going to be a big kill shot as War Machine is going to get blasted out with iFox. So they're going up against next. Looks like it's going to be Chupas loading up a big old flesh calf. Can Chupas take down iFox? Take it into Lunar Healer, take it into CB or potentially not him. Is it going to be Nom? Looks like it's going to be the Retribution Paladin trying to see if he can bring back glory to the Paladins. I feel like we see Paladins here and there, but never really see him in full glory. Nowadays, it's going to go for redemption. What is this guy doing? I think he's trying to see if he can bait Fox over in the room. As Fox is laying some traps from the guy. He knows there's a 100 mark on him. He knows that the hunter is going to be able to get the opener. It's going to be a grenade around the corner. Amin is going to have to be very, very careful. Get himself enough resources. Get himself the procs he needs. Get a stun properly set up versus iFox. And then himself the biggest go possible. He's going to have to be very, very careful. He's going to have to avoid these traps the best as he can. Stun to iFox is the freezing trap waiting for him. Seraphim is up, walking over him. A little ballsy walking over because there could be a freezing trap waiting for him. Trying to get some big damage versus iFox is going to send in the judgment. Is going to back up out of there. iFox looking to disengage completely and go for manic bandages. Ahmed is going to be able to at least burn some damage into that ped, but it looks like he's going to hang around by this side of the pillar completely. Maybe now that he knows he's scanned the whole area, he knows there's no traps waiting for him. Maybe he wants to fight him here knowing there's no traps, knowing that he's got himself a little corner for himself. And iFox is going to go for a complete reset. Got himself all the health in the world. And setting up some traps for Ahmed. If Ahmed goes for a Hand of Freedom and goes over that skill trap on the left hand side, he'll be able to remove it out of the game. It's going to be iFox going for, I think, just waiting for cooldowns? Because I guess he's waiting for Trinket. Maybe that's what he's going to go for. He's going to wait for Trinket because last time there was full cooldowns out of the Pala. And the Paladin, actually Paladin, look at his cooldowns, never got to pop full wings. I think he had maybe like a proc of wings, but never got to pop full wings. He actually got every cooldown available. Wait, this could be a really deadly go. iFox trying to see if he can maybe skulk over at Ahmed. Send up some traps. Gonna be a flesh craft. Ahmed, if he just walks out randomly AoEs out, he might be able to find iFox. But he's kind of hanging around by his side of the pillar, trying to flesh craft and trying to force iFox in there at him. Gonna be grenade stone in. iFox wants to kite, see if he can kite Ahmed through all the different traps. I think this man knows there might be a steel trap around the corner. It's gonna be more grenades, trying to do whatever dot damage he can just to burn through a flesh cut. Ahmed can only do so much. It's gonna get a slow into iFox. Again, just trying to see if he can run over all these traps. Gonna be stunned into the Paladin. Big death chakram as iFox has himself plenty of damage, plenty of range from afar. Ahmed might just have to bubble. This is gonna be under pressure. Might just still have to bubble shield defend itself. It's got all the healing, all the defenses. And as iFox is probably going to charge in, stun. Does he sit on a freezing trap? Is going to get a freezing trap, going to trick it out of it. Does he have a big go? This is where the Paladins have the biggest go possible versus iFox. Trying to see if he can take him out of the game. Potentially bubble right here. Could be big, single big. Ahmed, no health whatsoever. Does go for the bubble as the kill shot goes through. And iFox goes in for a turtle shell. This one, Ahmed just trying to see if he can stay in. Flash of light, maybe he can take the attention and the pressure onto iFox right after. The freezing traps and stuns are going to be very, very deadly. If he can somehow just get a slow into iFox, he'll be in a great position. iFox is actually low health. It's going to be a freezing trap to stop him. Ahmed has a big old auto attack already. He got a big Crusader strike ready to go. The biggest hit possible, the biggest auto attack. This man is literally glowing with yellow lightning, ready to go, ready to interrupt whenever his weapon makes contact with iFox. And iFox got himself full camo behind the pillar, manic bandages. That's where Ahmed, if he doesn't pick up the eye, he's just gonna have to wait. iFox might be able to meet him, and it looks like that's gonna be the aura of reckoning that he built up from taking damage and crits from iFox. All that built up damage gone. So at least for iFox next time he engages the Pally, it's not going to be super bad. Ahmed should have a human ratio coming back up in roughly 20-ish seconds or so. So next stun he should be able to break out of. Next trap, not really, but next stun should be able to make something happen. Stun onto Ahmed. Bob is going to use it really early. Stun onto iFox is going to force a Trinket out of the hunter. I almost called him rogue. But it's going to be a flashlight backup for Ahmed. And iFox got himself a flesh craft. Looks like he might be able to push in. Aspect of the Eagle is ready to go. Get himself big Mungus bites or big raptor strikes, whichever one he ends up using. Ahmed is able to at least generate some resources behind the pillar, but he's not really keen on walking out in front of iFox. iFox setting up more traps for the guy as he wants to go for as much range damage as possible. But Ahmed just trying to hug around the pillar as best as he can. Managing space, managing room as much as possible. Open space was the close space advantage. Yeah, the Pally is trying to play into the close space advantage. George, that's exactly it. While iFox is trying to get the guy out in the open, out to open ground, so he can have all the range in the world. So he can just punish him for being out in the open. Gonna be Ahmed, got himself the angle, no freezing trap. iFox could be in big trouble. Potentially Ahmed has another go in here. Potentially iFox could be in bad situation. Gonna be a freezing trap. Does Ahmed have a way out of it? Does have a normal Trinket out of it though? iFox could be still dead. It's gonna be a stun to Ahmed. Does iFox have enough survivability here? He's gonna try to see if he can break away from Ahmed as the Paladin is charging out. He got himself the steed of glory. And iFox looking to maybe give himself a bit of a manic bench. Going to be consecration. Doesn't quite get iFox. If only it was a little off to the side. If only it was a little off in the middle of that arena, then he might have been able to get him. And that's going to be a harpoon as iFox shows himself. Hand of freedom back up. Ahmed with a stun. Trying to see if he might be able to get himself a big go. Aegis Trinket coming up. Looks like he's turning the damage back up into iFox. iFox potentially with the freezing trap. It's going to be one more hammer potentially. He's just one more hit. It's going to be Shadow Mill for a second. Freezing trap on top of him. And iFox looking for the reset with a manic bandage. Oh no, I didn't even realize it was in Shadow Meld. But iFox at this point, at 50% dampener, not really got himself a lot of health to work with. Going to be Judgment Sun sending in. And Ahmed might go take him out. Does drop down a big old hammer on the guy. We'll see if he's going to be up next. standing on the pets, shield him himself for Ahmed, get himself a full stun to CBZ's, gonna try to see if he can hang around him, is gonna drop by a big damage, and then try to see if he can go behind the pillar. At least he has all the demons that he can generate a lot of resources from, and the demons will end up giving him the massive aura wreck. Got him set the eye for an eye to reduce some of the damage taken from the demons. Quick flash scuff in case he gets interrupted. Next, auto attack for CBZ's could be really deadly. And it's gonna activate wings. So CBZ's got Mortal Coil, he got fears. That's something Ahmed is gonna have to adjust for. Wings is gonna get proc from the pet. Got himself Seraphim, Judgment getting sent in. CBZ definitely has a Mortal Coil ready to go. Got himself Port, hand of freedom for Ahmed. And Mortal Coil comes out. I almost immediately stun into Ahmed first. Does interrupt him on Shadow Flame, but actually could be really bad for CBZ. Start to follow this mind member. Actually don't have anything to follow. It's gonna be Mortal Coil over the wall. Soul Ride getting set up. And that's going to be second pet with the Tyrant joining in. And Ahmed is going to have to bail out of that completely. That's going to be the Obelisk coming down. That's going to empower the pet damage by quite a bit. Is at least able to get this pet somewhat away from Obelisk. Trying to see if he can reverse the damage onto CBZ's. But the Tyrant has the angle. Ahmed could be big trouble. Needs himself a heal right now. He's still in big trouble. Trying to avoid the pets whenever he can. They're trying to go for Flash of Light. It's going to be more Demon Doggers joining in. CBZ does end up taking him out. Roll the pets. Letting him chase the Pally with the Chilpas charging out versus CBZ. Hits him with a quick blind. As looking to maybe take the attention, take the full damage. Silence on the CBZ, take him out very quickly and take the attention onto Lunar Healer. We just trying to see if he can bail out of this. Trying to see if he can chop him up. Oh! Didn't even give him a chance. Just chopped him up in 2 quick slices and down he goes. With the Sama holding down the fort for his team. Taking out these boys back to back. The Demon Hunter doing well. The Death Knight finishing off at the end. The Paladin trying to be stalwart against the Hunter. Let's get another one going, boys. If I still got grips, I'm gonna get a +1 in here, yeah? Let's get another one, boys. +1. Yo, BDK, do you have a group, my guy? Get you versus Night King. We can do that. NA, SL, Chicago still got a group. Let's go. I want to see if BDK get a 5-man again. Or if he's done for the night. Damn, I'm actually surprised we get in this many duels, dude. It's almost 8. We're just spamming them. Hey, Dal, would you join first at Orgy? If so, would it be a persona? Probably not, because I feel like that'll be like, you'll be sweaty. Okay, so biggest issue with it, besides, you know, the whole furry thing, why would you ever do that? Because you're in a suit and you're sweating. Have you ever been a mascot for a game or something? I would imagine that would be such an uncomfortable experience. Just with it just being drenched in sweat alone. No. So probably not just for that. I mean, you know, there's a whole orgy aspect of it, but just for the fact that I'll be sweaty the whole time? Hell no. You know what I mean? But for Sona, God, oh man, probably Russian bear, polar bear, man. I don't know. I think that would be if I really was a furry. It's just not really me. But if it was, maybe there was one. If I had to pick something, I don't know, dude. Probably a cat, either a cat or a bear. Because Russian bears. How do you feel about the next week? Down, I'm excited about it. Frags out. What do you think about it? Let's get Night King and Chicago gets back in. It looks like Beat might be Beat for the night. Night King and Chicago, get you guys back in here. That's a hell of a question, Skywalker. Never had that asked me before. I know a guy that might be into that though. His name is Lamoons and he's in a Guild Rain Rainbows and Illidan. I can give you his real ID if you want to contact him about it. He might be interested. I'm excited about the new talent trees. I am too. I am very excited about the new talent trees. I think it's going to be hype as hell. Our major seed, all good. We wait. We give it a sec. But that's going to be exciting. Yeah, I'm excited to see what are some of the... I cannot wait for them to release the talent trees so we can really get an idea of what our classes will be able to potentially do and what kind of builds we might be able to create. Blizzard did say in an interview they want to release the talent trees, but they're not sure how they want to do it. They're either going to do it through like Wowhead or partner websites that do like WoW info, or they'll just put it up on their website and they want to make it interactable. So you can like put points into a tree to see what kind of builds they can create. To give people the ability to look at the talent trees. Excited for the new race and talent trees. Yeah, the new racing class should be really exciting. Very interesting what they're doing with it. Very interested to see what how that's gonna work out in the end. I hope it was a bunch of reused systems that gave us something good. It is going to be partially it's going to be frags. So look for talent trees. They don't want to make it like original, like classic and TBC talents of like, you know, 2% crit here, 1% dodge there, you know, 2% parry there, 5 expertise here, you know what I mean? They want to give you passives and active abilities that were part of your class core. So they are going to take stuff like artifact weapon traits and active abilities. They might come back and be part of the talent tree, like certain passes that players used to have. Conduits, certain tier sets, covenant abilities, Azurite traits. They'll look at the things they've added over the last expansion and make them permanent. Because as much as you don't like Azurite stuff, some of those traits were pretty cool. They open up builds, you know, some of the conduits and some of the Azure artifact traits were really, really cool. So they're gonna look at stuff like that too. Yeah, Shadowlands in the past, honestly. Put Shadowlands in their grave. And then just have a whole new experience. I feel like everybody's ready for that, honestly. And it sounds like they basically are wadding this expansion, which I think is a good thing. It's bad because it kind of sucks because, like, well, they're wadding it. But it's almost like, well, they're just putting it into passive, and just giving us a new thing as soon as possible, hopefully. Twitch. Got us those brain shots over on Team 1. This man looking to get some shots in the big old brain. We got us some Chilpas, we got us some Dietsama, we got us those neighbors gonna be first up. Ahoy, neighbor. Ooh, I like your weapons. I really need to get those weapons myself. Gonna be Jakinta first up. Get in with a stun. It's gonna be a Trinket. Use a really, really early plane enhancement. Might just go down here and big Lexium. It's gonna be Chain Harvest. Trying to catch up on a bit of health. It's gonna be a wall. Potentially recovery. Oh, neighbor decided just to keep it calm and collected. Did not pop a single defensive there, I don't think. Just kept the pressure rolling. And it's got that Legion set. Oh, that's not even the Mage Tower set, but it's a recolor of it. I think it's like Heroic or the Mythic. I really like that color scheme. The yellow and blue. In a way, it looked like a banana with some purple polka dots. I like that one a lot. Actually, so good. Gonna be Chicago up next from one shaman to the next. Gonna be dropping down the Kyrian totem? No, you're not. That's what I think is a Chain Harvest. Just look like a Kyrian chamois. But you kind of like that look, the tabard and everything. Gonna be Zuen joining in. Neighbor just trying to see if he could rotate even more defense. It's gonna be the big old Earth Elemental. Literally bigger than the big empowered Red Zuen. Gonna be neighbors popping off the Port Broom. Trying to see if he can bail out of there. Got himself a bunch of Scarabs following him. And Chicago's going to take those Zuen for a bit of a walk. And we got us as a Lunar Healer over on Team 2. We got us as iFox as well as CBZUs on this team as well. Bit of variety for these boys. I'm swapping the wrong person completely. Jiu-Jitsu over on the Team 1 as well. I don't think I ever introduced that guy. I think I was skipping right over him because I think I saw neighbors already popping off with a duel. As neighbor. Oh, I like the cat mount you got too. Man, look at this guy. He got some nice stuff he's riding and he's wearing. And he's using weapons wise. I really want to get those weapons. I think those flails look amazing. I need to figure out how to do so. Maybe Kren can help me. Neighbor's trying to see if he can take down that totem. Chicago backing up out of there. Only 2 minutes into the duel, so no dampening just yet. And Neighbors did burn quite a lot of his cooldown so far. He should be able to get his images back up and running. He actually has a pretty short cooldown on his images, doesn't he? Goes to join in for Chicago. Generate a lot of maelstrom. Neighbor's able to get a bit of chi spending onto those pets in order to maybe maintain himself. Trying to see if he can take those pets down. Maybe get some cooldown reduction. I wonder if this guy plays the cooldown reduction on the images. I think not. I'm pretty sure he's playing the Rolling Dragon Punch, but I could be wrong on that. But Chicago's looking to see if it might be able to get next to Neighbor, but so far it looks like the monk has been avoiding him. Looking for a bit of a hit and run play. Zuen coming back up very, very soon though. Has himself images, potentially BDB. Looking to get himself a setup for Chicago. And Chicago without a Trinket is going to need the full BDB burst. That's going to be Neighbors. Actually, Sunder is going to be able to Trinket out of with Lexium. That Trinket for the Sunder had to do it if he wants to go for the biggest damage possible in Chicago. Oh my goodness, the monk burst. Who here can stop it? Is it potentially going to be CBZeus? Is it going to be iFox? A Lunar going to give himself a try versus this damage. It looks like iFox is going to have to get in there. Get himself a flash captor rolling. It's gonna have to get up into the face of Neighbors. No longer has a Trinket, so this could be pretty bad for the monk. Does have a human racial, worst to worst. But he's trying to see if he might be able to get himself a bit of a setup. That's gonna be iFox with a camo. Trying to see if he can get a better angle versus Neighbors. If he can get himself a perfect angle, perfect setup with Sun and everything, he would be in a great position. Neighbors saw something, he felt something. Spidey sense of singling. He decided to back up out of there immediately. He almost knew that iFox was on top of him. I think might have seen him. That's going to be Death Shocker. Trying to see if he can avoid it. In cap onto iFox. Trying to disrupt as much of the iFox burst as he can. Quick disarm. iFox doesn't really need a weapon in order to get a lot of his damage out. trying to send the grenades at Chakram. Neighbors is going to get behind the pillar using the diffuse magic. Again, using every CD he got in order to try to reduce the damage of iFox. Going to be full stun on Neighbors. Let's see himself the biggest goal possible. Trying to make those rapid strikes work with the Eagles. That's going to be Neighbors popping off big defenses with a Fort Brew. Trying to see if he can turn the attention to the pet and try to go for a bit of a parry. iFox is going to pull his pet back, actually sending out all the images onto iFox. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to be very, very sneaky. Send the images on iFox, attacking the pet, letting the images chuck down iFox without him actually being there. Interesting choice. That's actually something we've seen monks do before in these duels. It's actually quite interesting. iFox looking for a bit of a reset, or rather a reset up, using the gateway just to catch up to Neighbors. I'm a little sketchy on people using gateway when they're not the Warlock. But I guess like if Neighbors is running, he's trying to see if he can escape. I'll allow it so iFox gets a chance to maybe catch up to the guy one day. Because I feel like if a monk doesn't want to get caught, he will never get caught. Trying to see if he can get a slow one to iFox. Quick in cap to follow. BDB down. It's going to be a potential leg sweep. I think it's A to freezing trap for a second, but it's going to be mid Trinket. iFox is going to be in big, great trouble. Let's see if the biggest go possible. Massive kick. And iFox with a shot him out for a second. It's going to be one dragon punch. Karma. Oh! And Neighbors taking him out. Did it touch and death him? CB Zeus is our last hope against this monk. Is this monk going to go for a big old 1v5? Or is CB Zeus going to be able to stop his reign of terror? He's definitely going to have to get Neighbors out in the open. Neighbors attacking the Wrathguard as best as possible, generate some resource off it. He's definitely going to have to get the monk away from any kind of pillar, away from any kind of setup, lock him down in a single stun, back-to-back combo, possibly double stun with a Tyrant, and have all these pets fully and truly empowered. And Neighbors just trying to get himself resources. I think he's just trying to go for as much self-killing as he can. There's going to be a whole new Wrathguard getting summoned up. Neighbors trying to see if he might be able to cut off CB Zeus, seeing that he's trying to summon for a new pet. And CB Zeus, I think, is just trying to use that summon to maybe bait Neighbors. It's going to roll over. In cap really quickly. Does get the Demon Dog is in. Going to be the BDB. Potentially going to be a stun onto Neighbors. Does get the pet stunned up. Going to be chicken for CB Zeus with the fear to fall into Neighbors. Trying to go for a Tyrant. Let's see if the double stun. Could potentially go for the double stun setup. That's going to be first stun, Soul Rot, and maybe second stun to fall right after. Does it get him in there open? Oh, no second stun to fall. And Neighbors does get BDB. Drop it on. Does get the interrupt around the corner. The pets are still chasing up to Neighbors. Does he maybe drop down Novelist next to him? Because those pets could auto attack him down from over there. He's going to try to see if he can get another setup. And Neighbors has more Demon Doggers chasing after him. The bigger drop bite goes through. All these pets surrounding him. The imps try to see if he can sling around the corner. Let's take a couple firebolts out of him. But it looks like a lot of CB Zeus damage is being basically counteracted with just line of sight. Neighbors still taking a bit of damage from all these pets. Once you get the Demon Doggers in there and everything, that's still quite a bit of damage. This man is still hurting a little. He is not really going for a complete recovery. But he looks like he is waiting now until he has himself another perfect set go. In cap on the CB Zeus. He's waiting until he has the perfect in cap. I think he's expecting a stun on a Wrathguard any time now. Gonna be big Demon Doggers. Massive burst on the CB Zeus as he ports out of there. Oh, barely surviving. This burst is a pet in there to stun him. I don't think he's got a pet for stun. Pet comes in, but he elects him to follow. Oh no! He summoned a pet really quickly, but then Neighbors went in for a leg sweep on that pet to stun it. And healer, Luna Healer is going to be up next and last one on this team. I think Neighbors just might have it. What the dear Saman? What are you doing? They're just kind of rushing out at him. What are they doing? Huh? I don't know what's going on, but it's going to be a big old port. Does Luna try to see if he can escape Neighbors? This has got himself a big old kick. Literally, oh, what the? Huh? I'm not sure what happened. Everybody just attacked that guy, and maybe they'll try to see if we can take a kill from Neighbors. Snipe him out. What happened? Oh no, Luna has 46k HP. Is that why everybody just attacked him? Oh no. Well, there's that. Unfortunate. Did you see that hunter shooting CBS main pet? I did not know. Was he actually? Wait, was there a hunter shooting at the pet of CB Zeus? Wait, was there actually? Oh, that's unfortunate if that's true. Why was the guy shooting his pet? Wait, did he kill his pet? Was it like slowing down the pet? His mention just shooting him a pet. Was he auto attack shooting your pet, or was it like aim shotting, rapid firing that pet? Because if it was aim shot, rapid firing, huh? Weird. Well, Chicago says there are Dunsky for the night, I think. Yeah. But the displace my GG. Yo, B, do we have arcane shots? Actually, I guess that would kill the pet, wouldn't it? Did not kill it, but hitting it. I mean, I don't know how I feel about that. Was that a 5? Yo, B, do we have a 5-man ready to go? My guy, do we have a Hordes on here? Or is he done for the night? Or we don't skip for the night, boys? How we feeling? How we looking? How we feeling? How we looking, boys? How we doing? I think I gotta save this one. Yeah, if that guy was shooting the pet, that's a little kind of weird. That's kind of that monk weird, you know what I mean? Try when you want to base all a pet, real chance to shine. Let's try it. We'll get over to play. Please stop. Monk from running the whole map, not fair. Yeah, the monk is running a lot, isn't he? Don't play WoW in about a month. Still enjoy watching now though. Hey, that's awesome to hear, frags. I'm trying to get myself to WoW again, but it's hard low on the plus side. I'm really excited for the expansion. I know we're playing the hardcore, but now we're just kind of floating. Yeah, just, you know, do the fun stuff, honestly. Just do the stuff that's actually fun. Yo, I'm late. Could get some Hordes together? Jow, you're more than welcome to my guy if you want to try it. I can check for Chicago. Yo, you're more than welcome to my man. Yo, Cloaky, if you want to do it, yeah, I'm down. I'm down. Because Team Night King still has a 5-man. I want to give him another chance if we have a group. Let's give it like 5 to 10 minutes. 5 to 10 minutes roughly. If we don't get a group, then I'm gonna go get some food, man. It's about that time, dude. It's 8 p.m. for me, man. I gotta take a break at some point. You know what I mean? At some point, I'm definitely gonna have to take a break and chill. Fool? Wait, you got a team already? Yo, what the? Let's go. All right, Cloaky and Night King. Yo, Night King, can you tell that brain shot's got to be like, yo, can you not shoot at anything unless you're dueling, or just send the man out first? There's a little bit of that ADD. Just send the man out first. Oh, you want to shoot something? Go ahead. You first. You first, bud. Get in there. Give him a good old 1-2-1-2, champ. You got this. I believe in ya. Papa believes in ya. I mean, that will work, right? Just let him get in there, get it out of the system, do the thing. As a demo was like shooting at me. I mean, as a demo, it's like shooting at me. Yeah, it's basically like shooting at you. I get it. Because your pet, I mean, it gives your pet less health, so then you don't get that soul link, and then the pet basically dies, and then eventually your pet is going to be low on health, and yeah, it's just, I get it. You shouldn't shoot at someone's pets. You shouldn't shoot at someone's pet. Like, maybe if you just auto attacking, then it could have just be like, you know what? You know, auto attacking. Maybe it's just like pew 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 pew. Yo, Dove with a 4-9, now let's go, fam. No breaks for me. Aw, Dove. It's actually needs a break. Friend is just looking out for me, boys. Kata is just being that motherly figure for me, looking out for my better health. She knows I haven't got much sleep last night, so she's being like extra strict. So don't let it spoil your fun. Dove, appreciate it. Can we get Isaac Dove in chat? Thanks so much, fam. No breaks for you. I'm having a good time, gang. I'm having a good time tonight. So Twitch, I don't know if you've done it or not. Chupa's gonna be first up over for the team 1. On the team 2, we got my eyes. I was gonna try to say, I like your mug, but like the belt thing on the mug doesn't quite fit. We got ourselves iFox on here. We got ourselves CBZs. We got ourselves Jaquita. We got Pressure Monster. Literally looking like a monster. Who's gonna be first? It looks like iFox looking at somebody. Is it the Death Knight? Is it Jaquita? Jaquita's looking at somebody else too. They're looking at somebody. Everybody's looking at each other. They're trying to figure out who's first. And Chupa's just like out here. He's like, I just want to play. Brain shots and camo? Wait, what's this man about to do? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, I was gonna say for a second, what's this man about to do? Gonna be Chupa's getting a grip on the iFox. Gonna go for the stun. iFox locked out. No more Trinket. What happened? Wait, what did Trinket? It looks like it's gonna be over. iFox with the faint death for a second. Chupa's gave him a bit of opportunity to at least get himself a turtle shell. And iFox going for the manic bandage. I am not sure what happened there. But it's gonna be a chain of ice onto iFox. Gonna be a stun on Chupil's. Let's get himself big obliterates back to back. Over on the Hunter. Gonna be Jaquita up next. Is enhanced with Shaman looking to get some damage in. And Chilpa's back behind there with a pillar. With the Earth Elemental. Harassing him. Going for that root on Jaquita as they go for the wall. Looking to engage. Chilpa's looking for that wall to absorb a lot of the damage. Big chain harvest on Chilpil's though. Get him quite low. He's going to be a Lichborn with an IBF trying to do whatever they can in order to get himself a little bit better survivability. And at least as the Earth Elemental, they can generate runic power off of and maybe even get some death strikes off of. Or either still have Lichborn. Maybe go for a bit of a setup. Going to be a flash guy but Chilpil's. Jaquita with a Devouring Malediction Trinket? I don't think I've ever seen that. Oh my goodness. I don't think I've ever seen really anybody use this except for PTR that one time. Interesting choice. Gonna be a stun on Jaquita, trying to go for the big go. It's gonna be a big obliterate attack right through him. Jaquita doesn't really have much in terms of survivability except for a couple of heals and ooh, slamming him out of the park, taking him out of the game. And the Chill Pill's gonna be able to go for a bit of a first aid. Pressure Monster gonna be up next with a bit of a grippy hand. With an AMS to follow, stun right after. Is he gonna be able to survive it? That's gonna be a lot of pressure on him. Pressure Monster gets himself the full pet damage. It's gonna be full IBF, full not IBF, but Dark Pack for Chill Pills. Actually, under a ton of pressure on the ton of stress. This man needs all the health in the world. Can he get it? Needs all the runic power in the world. I think it's gonna be down for the count. Pressure Monster taking him down. Well, Brain Shot's gonna be up next. Got him so big. Double tap, rapid fire, ready to go. I think I have an explosive shot set up with the Pressure Monster. Does he get double explosive shot? Is that what's going on? I don't think. Oh, back-to-back aim shot. Oh, Pressure Monster is basically dead. Oh my god, Brain Shots has got the biggest damage possible. With the Arcade Shots to follow and a kill shot right after. CBU sending out Demon Dog is also Brain Shots immediately. As Brain Shots is gonna have to go for a bit of a reset there while getting used pretty early on. With a rapid fire right after, Brain Shots is going to see the obelisk coming down. Does he take it out? Going to be more call sent in by CBZs, sending out the pet, building up more resources. Going to be a hand to go down, stun to Brain Shots. This man might have to go for a turtle, maybe for a reset. Might have to go for a full feign death setup. Does he go for like a double tap rapid fire Lego, or does he play Craven Strategy? I'm not even sure. Going to be that extra imp attacking him. Going to be CBZs getting here with that chakram. Going to be a massive explosive shots. Brain Shots with a stun. Gonna be human racial out of that one. And Brainshot's playing that resolve trinket, the weird kind. Freezing trap went out for CBZ's flash scout, trying to see if he can catch up a little bit of health. Gonna be that interrupt out of CBZ's. Got himself big rapid fire, potentially could get interrupted. Gonna be a scatter shot. Let's see himself big double tap ready to go. Maybe rapid fire. Gonna be a stun, but if freezing trap stops him, gonna be a breakout of it. Massive aim shot. With CBZ's get interrupted, potentially could still have it. Tyrant joining in. Mortal Call into Brain Shots, taking him out. DH Sama gonna have to charge out versus CBZs. That's gonna be a full Tyrant still blasted. It's gonna be able to break through the flesh count very quickly. That's gonna be Obelisk still down. Gonna be CBZs trying to see if he can get around there. Gonna be that demon spawning in. CBZs again, just trying to see if he can back up out of the roam Mortal Call for a while. Unable to really get himself a proper reset versus the Demon Hunter. Just getting chased completely throughout the arena. Unless he can go for some kind of Fury CC. So around for a second. Fury to fall on GH Sama. The Fury is going to get broken down by the pet. The pet is going to auto attack him through that Fury and taking him out. And now my eyes, the last one left over on Team 2. He's going to have to go through a Demon Hunter as well as double the Monk. Is he going to be able to do it? That's going to be that full Infernal spawning in. So at least he's going to give him a little bit of health, a little bit of damage. DH Summer getting hit with a stun. This is where Eyes needs to go for the biggest damage setup. Got himself that big eye beam. Gonna be an imprisoned onto the eyes. Eyes. It's gonna be so hard. I guess it's gonna be eyes. I gotta figure out like a better way to a better thing to call you here. Eye beam out of Eyes with a stun on DH Summer, trying to see if he might be able to get himself a little bit more damage with DH Summer, but DH does end up slaying the demon, catching himself a little bit of health. Gonna be a stun onto Eyes. Is it over? It's gonna be a resonance drink, and somebody got the grenade trick dropping in. Eyes got himself no health whatsoever. Gets smitten down by Asama, taking him out really quickly. Oh, that was a really fast duel. My goodness, do we go again, boys, or are we done ski? Do we go again? Is that good? That was a really quick one. I think we can go again. I think we can go again. Lol 5, I thought you were ready. Do we have Cloaksy? Oh, Cloaky? I messed up your name pretty hard, man. What are some of these duels? We had some of the longest duels tonight, but we also had some of the shortest duels ever. Didn't get to really play either? Yeah, on and honestly. And no breaks, and you figure out take it seriously? Yeah. But that man team smacks? Yeah, dude, they do, don't they? Let's go again, boys. One more. Let's get another one going, boys. One more for the night. It's like 8:06. Robodrome, dude. But at this point, we cycled through every arena. We had the Moldraxas. We had every arena tonight except for the Kyrian one. I want to have ourselves another good go, boys. Team Chill Pills. I think once I had DH someone Chill Pills play a little bit. Brain Shots. Jiu-Jitsu never even got a chance to play, man. Never even got a chance to play. And I'm not sure what happened to iFox. iFox Trinket it before his stun hit him. So I'm not sure exactly what it triggered. It might have been a misplay at some point there. But he was trying to get himself set up. And I guess it just didn't really get to him. I'm not really sure what happened, but now we get ourselves a chance here. Switch. Let's see if I can skip the music. Ooh, I like that one, but not right now. Nah, let's not do this one. I want to get something good, boys. I probably should have got the other one. That was the other one I'm thinking of. Ooh. Yeah, I like this one. I like this one a lot. I think this one is a really good, like, opener music, in my opinion. Got us some Brain Shots. Wait, switch. I don't know if I done it. Brain Shots over for Team 1. We got Chill Pills. Potentially charging up first. Jiu-Jitsu actually getting a chance to play. Ooh, look at that mug. He got a little bit of that, the suit jacket. And the shoulders matching. The suit jacket is from Freehold. I believe that red one's from Freehold. But it's got that BFA theme to it. We got us as neighbors over on that team. We got us as Deir Sama. We got us as the boys hanging out with Jiu-Jitsu. Gonna be going up versus CBZUS, and look like CBZUS is getting an opportunity to at least get himself a setup, got himself gateway and everything. Gonna be petsing up and everything with a leg sweep onto the CBZUS with a BDB. Waiting for Jiu-Jitsu to really go for the big damage, but just go for the axle. CBZUS taking lots of damage. Oh, I'm not even sure what happened. CBZUS might have lagged there. That's unfortunate. Because he had the pet, he could have went for a pet stun, unless maybe he got parried on the pet stun, which I don't think that could happen. Pressure Monster going to be up next to Jiu-Jitsu, seeing the big A-bomb limb grow and seeing the Army of the Dead joining in, seeing, I think, not even really the A-bomb limb, but I think I might have been not the army, but the Apocalypse going to be Pressure Monster, taking lots of damage, trying to go for as much stuff as possible. Carnage just got burned through completely, trying to see if he might be able to finish off Jiu-Jitsu. He got himself spinning crane kick proc. Pressure Monster's trying to see if he can end the duel right now, got himself back-to-back death strikes. Legendborn and Jiu-Jitsu just ends up trunking him down completely. Flash cut down for the monk. And Amai's looking for maybe a bit of a go. And just to get an angle into Jiu-Jitsu. Slam down all that fell burst on him. He's going to be able to get that fell rush in. And again, he goes Stretch Armstrong. I find it so funny with Demon Hunters in particular. Like some of their attacks, some of their abilities, when they got locked animation like that on a freezing trap or a in cap, I mean, they just stretch out. I don't know why. Out of all the classes, they stretch out the worst. Gonna be a Trinket out of all my eyes. Jiu-Jitsu trying to see if we can back up out of there. Vivify for the monk. As he's looking to get away. It's gonna be a massive charge for all my eyes. How do you just get that much of a charge in a single fell rush thing? Gonna end up slicing out the demon, going for a bit of a flesh cut, and she'd be able to maybe get the demon soul to pick up a little bit of healing as well as the damage. Jiu-Jitsu trying to go for a bit of a recovery back behind the pillar. No more Trinket available for a monk. Potentially my eyes could go for a big setup, try to get a couple of those scam strikes in. Gonna be a stun as the in-cap comes out. An absence of immolation aura burning out the Jiu-Jitsu is going to be able to catch up to him, not really given an opportunity to at least go for any kind of reset. In-cap on the monk for a second. Karma does get set up. IBM right now for Amai is just trying to see if he can burn through Karma. Has the pet to attack. Could get a lot of health out of it. Definitely should slay it as soon as possible. Slay the demon as soon as he can. And as it looks like he's going to put the pressure onto Jiu-Jitsu, trying to see if he can take him out. That's going to be Jiu-Jitsu trying to see if he can roll out of the ASAP. Going to be a stun to Jiu-Jitsu with a fell rush. Oh! The Demon Hunter does end up taking him out, is going to end up slaying that demon. Definitely should slay the demon while you have Metamorphosis because you also have that leech buff on top of it. With DH somehow going to be up next versus the Demon Hunter. DH for DH. Amai's going into this one without a Metamorphosis, but does have defenses. So you could potentially still have a play. DH somehow going and burning in a full IBM versus the Demon Hunter, taking him out with Resolve Trinket. I didn't even see that thing on the side. I didn't literally even see Resolve Trinket anywhere. It looks like it's either going to be iFox or Jacinta. Up next, it looks like Jacinta is forced into this duel with a Demon Hunter. As we head into the 3-minute duel, not even dampening lined up yet, and Jacinta is just gonna have to hold the fort for a little bit. As DH Sama looking for a bit of a little bit of up jump on this guy, but Jacinta with a slow, got himself go, so should be able to get out of there scot-free. Flame Shock on DH Sama, Frost Shock to follow. The slows are pretty painful for Demon Hunters. They don't really have that much. They have passive mobility increase thanks to the mastery, but they don't really have a way to break out of slows. They have fell rushes, they have the leaps. They can literally glide across the arena. Hell, they could almost fly. But they don't really have a way to like break a slow exactly. So they have mobility, but also they're like susceptible to slows at the same time. Gonna be a big Motherboar summon with the stun on Trinket, with an item to follow Blade Dance right after. Gonna be a Sunder, but you get to using the pets up and running for a little bit more healing. Got him some big loss available. Could potentially get himself a lot of healing with the Maelstrom generated. Gonna be Ghostos joining in. That's gonna be DH someone with a blur. Got himself a little bit of that damage increase from slaying the demon. Stun on Trinket, looking to maybe end the Shaman right here. Shaman barely any health right now, no mana whatsoever, and does go down. With DH someone taking him out, and iFox looking for maybe a little bit of a better setup. Wants to make sure there's a hunter's mark on the Demon Hunter. Wants to make sure he's laying down the traps, freezing traps, making sure there's plenty of kiting. Stun on DH someone. That is going to be the Urzul joining in. This is going to add on to the damage he's taking. The Urzul and the demons you summon will help him out of the freezing traps, however, because they'll be able to break the freezing trap with the auto attack. Stun onto iFox, could be in big trouble. Gonna be a short CC on DH someone. Does Trinket out of it. iFox could potentially go for a turtle. I just swapped away every person besides iFox. Might want a turtle. Why is that one out? Quick and cap. Is that gonna be somebody maybe dropping down the resident Trinket? Does he have a stun to follow? An iFox with a short stun. I think it might be over. Turtle. Oh, doesn't end up getting sliced out. We did someone taking him out. 3 kills for DH, 2 for Jiu-Jitsu. Wow, some of these duels have been really fast, boys. But I think it's about that time. That was shorter than the last game, honestly. But I think we gotta call it here, gang. It's about that 8-12. I think I gotta go. Thank you guys for the stream. Thank you guys so much for joining. Hope you guys enjoyed. Man, some of these duels, we had some of these. I think we actually surpassed Team EU. We're at 99 games recorded for NA. Some of them might have been double recorded, but that's for both. But with 99 recordings for NA, EU hasn't even hit 100. Well, wow, there's that, dude. That's a lot of real quick duels that I'll need to go through footages. I think we got a lot of them tonight, though. We got a ton of them this evening. That's pretty nice. Alrighty. Congrats on the winning, boys. Sorry I could be there. Huh? Where's that, I guess? Yo, boys, thanks so much for coming by. Appreciate all of you so much for joining. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Yeah, do you ever participate in these? I would love to, Brian, but I asked a lot of you guys on stream and in the comments, like, would you want me to participate, or would you rather get like the angles? And a lot of you said, you know what, as much as I would like to see Dal play, like, we know Dal can do it as well as Outlaw. There's no doubt about it. It'd be fun to watch Dal do stuff like this, but like Dal already does like dual videos and like other PvP videos on the channel anyway, where he plays. So for duels, it's super fun getting that angle. It's super fun and immersive. Especially with the commentary where he can just focus on the talking, focus on the words he chooses, and then just gets the angles. Would have been a fun AF? I think it'd be fun, yeah, maybe one day. I think I definitely would want it for the next expansion when testing out my class. I think it'd be very enjoyable. Thank you all so much for joining, boys. Thank you so much for coming by. Thank you everybody for participating and for hanging out and for joining in tonight. Super fun hanging out with all of you boys. You guys have a wonderful evening. I'm gonna go. I got a big video project to work on tonight. And I want to chill for the most part. I'm gonna get some food, chill on the couch, hang out, do my thing. GG's everybody. Tomorrow is the day off for me. It is Sunday, no stream day. We're coming back Monday. Probably do some All-Star before the Tuesday reset. And then I'm gonna be watching out for them, what am I trying to say? For them, BTR changes. Because apparently there's an update where the story continues for Callie and Menethil. Then somebody with like Shazzy, Nick Dog with Death Knight. Maybe we'll get potentially Blizzard popping out like potentially like, ooh, Alpha build get another update. Because Alpha should be sometime soon, hopefully. Got my phone going off with an alarm. Man, we had a long stream today. Thank you, boys. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. I'll see you guys on Monday, alrighty? You guys have a wonderful evening. Peace.
go somewhere new. And I try to crack this iceberg open till it shatters through the ocean. I wanna make shockwaves. I wanna make shockwaves with you. Gonna move the ocean current till the waves flood what's been burning. I wanna make shockwaves. I wanna make shockwaves with you. And I know I'm only getting higher till it feels like I can walk through fire. And I know I'm only getting higher till it feels like I can walk through fire. Trying to step back and see the view from above, 'cause I know that nothing lasts forever. And I try to crack this iceberg open till it shatters through the ocean. I wanna make shockwaves. I wanna make shockwaves with you. Gonna move the ocean current till the waves flood what's been burning.